Okay, here we are for the final time with this game, for the final time this year. We'll watch the intro, like we always do. Let people filter on in, and then we'll get going. Okay, I think we'll leave this here for 2 loops. Oh, the music, and then we'll go from there. You heard water, stream must have started. Did I just take a drink? It's gotten to be such a right brain activity that I don't even remember that I do it anymore. Hello, Marie. How you doing? Welcome. Stream has begun, yes. And I will be starting up in just a moment. Yeah, are you okay? I wonder sometimes. If you heard something hitting the if you heard that noise in the background there, that was actually my phone. I was putting it back up on the mic stand. So I actually have the water bottle here, but when I put the water on the mic stand when it's full, this is prepare your eardrums. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the sound it makes, which is, to my ears, that's a lot louder. It could be the same volume depending on the placement of the microphone and where I place the water. But now, I just placed the water on the floor next to me because that won't make as much of a shattering noise in people's eardrums. I don't want to deafen anybody here, so it's a lot louder. Yeah, well, that's why I started setting it on the floor, because it's to my ears, it's so much louder, and so that means since you guys are hearing it through the microphone, through headphones and stuff, it's got to be so much louder for you too. So I said, no, I'll just stick it on the floor. It's easier. Muffles it. Not too loud, but significantly louder than your phone. Gotcha. Yeah, well, I still think it'd be jarring, so that's why I stick it on the floor instead. Because it's just easier, I think. Okay, I am pleased to announce that we are free from the tyranny of trees. The power company finally came out earlier today, and fixed the tree that was stuck on the power line itself. And that's great, because that means we don't have the random option of the power possibly going out in the middle of all of this. That being said, one of the large branches that's on the tree, probably like one of the main arms of it, is still sort of leaning up against the power lines, so let's hope that there isn't like another significant windstorm anytime in the future, or else it's still a distinct possibility. We'll see how that goes. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the outro of Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness, the Stream Edition. Last time we started up our quest to conquer all 50 of the battle CDs. And today we're going to try to keep doing that, and there's a few other things I want to do. We got one panel battle bingo to do. There's a couple of little side things I want to go do. We have to go purify the last 10 Shadow Pokemon and then the secret ending. So depending on how bad it goes with the strategies that we need to do in these last 18 battle CDs, I may use the caveat that I said where we're going to stop after doing a certain amount of them. I'm going to definitely try to do 46, 49, and 50 as the last ones, no matter what, but depending on how ridiculous this gets, I may have to call an audible to make sure we get everything done today, because like I said, I need that day to prepare for Thursday when I get my wisdom teeth out, so. What took so long for them to do that, even with COVID? That's kind of dangerous. Yeah, it was dangerous, but basically from what I understand anyway, all over the city there were situations like that where there were trees or that sort of stuff down. It wasn't actually like taking the line down to the point where we were losing power. That was where their priorities were, and I would assume that was what they did for the first day or so. They could have also been basically saying, well, it's going to be windy for 3 days in a row, which it was, to be fair, windy Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Actually, it was Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, because today's Tuesday. And today is the first day where it hasn't been significantly windy. So that might be why they said, well, we'll wait to make sure that if we don't, like, come in there when it's 30 miles an hour of gusts, and we're trying to cut it down, and we don't, like, want to zap ourselves, so. It was probably a safety thing. It's probably OSHA certification thing, or not OSHA certification, OSHA regulation type of a thing. So that's my guess. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's my guess. Battle CD 42 is where we'll start today, because we got this one, and this one. And then we're done with the double-sided. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, Side A, the Dream Team of the Legendary Birds. Let's take a look. Well, I don't have the Dream Team today. I have the opposite of the Dream Team. I mean, I have the Legendary Beast, but they don't have any items, and these guys have some good items, so that's just fantastic.
Is this unlimited turns?
Yes, single battle, unlimited turns. So. You change one letter in your code and it works now. You hate writing code, you hate syntax, you hate having to be exactly right or it breaks. Yeah, that's probably why I never really got into code all that much. Okay, you have Mind Reader and Sheer Cold. That's terrifying. T-Wave. You have Overheat and Endure. Well, I'm not going to be using Mirror Code on the first one anyway. So I guess I switch in Entei or Raikou. One or the other could probably beat it. And like just keep switching in between them as I go so it doesn't Sheer Cold me. Alright, well, let's give it a shot, shall we? Oh, you need to for this job that you want? You have the chance to make even 50% more than you're currently making. Oh, well, see, that's a pretty big incentive then. Yeah, I guess you're going to have to write pretty exactly. If you're going to be making that kind of moolah at that point, then yeah. You got to make sure everything is right. Double and triple check yourself. So. Somebody didn't like this chick. Her name is Dilson. I know she's a sim trainer, so it's probably just a combination of letters and numbers, but, like, seriously. Yeah, Doggos versus Burbs, the battle CD, indeed. It even has a flip side where it gets to be Burbs versus Doggos. And we'll have to see how that goes for us, because I get a feeling it's not going to go, period. But we'll see. Okay, so we don't want to do anything... Well, we do want to do something first turn, actually. I don't know, I'm pretty sure Entei's faster than Articuno, but I would have to rely on Fire Blast actually hitting, so just to make sure it's slower, I'm going to try to Icy Wind first turn. Oh, well, probably for the best then that I did that. Or I could just, you know, rely on Hydro Pump and wait for it to Mind Read me, and then switch. I didn't see if any of them had any status conditions, though, like where Facade would actually be worthwhile. I don't know. We're going to find out in a second. Okay, so Articuno has taken aim at us, which means we need to switch Suicune out next turn. That will actually get rid of the Mind Reader, so Sheer Cold then only has a 30% chance of actually hitting. Knowing my luck, it will still hit, but, you know, that's just normal around here. Entei, you're up. A little less useful against the rest of the birds. I'd like to keep Raikou for as many of them as I can, because it's got a little bit more of an advantage being an electric type, so... Yep, there it goes. It did, in fact, still hit, despite having 30% accuracy. In case you didn't realize, this is where the RNG starts to play into these battle CDs, so... Starting off with the buffs, true competitive since only entry hazard is spikes till Gen 4. Yeah, you didn't have to worry about setting a whole ton of entry hazards in Gen 3. You just basically said, oh, okay, I'm just going to set up. So. Alright, so. As long as this Thunder hits, we'll be okay. Maybe. It might KO. It's an Articuno, so I'm a little unsure, but okay. It did KO. Good. Yeah, well then, indeed. I guess she really didn't like Entei very much, so that's fun. I think I need to save Raikou, to be honest. I don't think Suicune can really do a whole lot against this, but... oh no, you know what? I can just Roar. Here we go. So I'll just take a T-Bolt real quick, and then I can tank this out later. Ow. Or not tank it out. But I can Roar, and then I can Thunder the Moltres, and hopefully that will still work. Yeah, an Articuno at around 75%. I was concerned because it's 5 levels higher, and when there's a level difference there, that always spooks me, because it's like, you know, never really is something that I like to rely on. Because you never know, even when you're at level, you'll sometimes hit something with an attack that you would expect to KO, because it's super effective, and it's stab and all that stuff, and it's like, it barely doesn't quite KO, so. Alright, so you have Light Screen, which is a little unfortunate. I mean, both of these are going to do nothing at all now, so I guess I'll just keep trying to Thunder. I can probably tank one with Suicune and Mirror Coat it back, so I'll just do a little bit of prior damage and then we should be okay. I'll just take these until I no longer survive, which is next turn. Early game, these battle CDs start getting brutal with how lucky you sometimes need to get. I mean, look at the move that they're forcing me to rely upon hitting. Thankfully, it has hit fairly reliably this time with Thunder, but yeah, still, having to rely on Thunder when they've got something as accurate as... Like, why not just give me Thunderbolts? Like, why not just give me Thunderbolt and set everyone to level 80? Like, what's with the weird, funky level difference here that you force me to rely on a move that has, like, 70% accuracy? Come on now. Let's Mirror Coat this T-Bolt. It's obviously coming. Alright, here we go. This will be the turn that determines. Okay, we won. Good. How about you take that and send it right back, Suicune? Bah! And there we go. See, that's not too bad. There's a little bit of luck reliance there because you kind of have to make sure that you hit your Thunders, but other than that, it's like, okay. Gotta be a 3-star difficulty CT. They're designed to be dumb. I think I looked at a couple of them off-screen yesterday. I was like, maybe I'll look up, like, just to see what's waiting for me in the wings here in these last few, and a couple of them looked pretty stupid. So we'll have to see if... I think I remember at least one of them. I don't remember most of the ones we have left, but I think I remember CD 32. And that one was kind of silly, but I think some of the other ones were, like, really silly. Like, you have to... There's some crazy stuff that's going to go on in there, but we'll see. But we have Battle CD 43 now, so let's try that one, which will just reverse the sides. And they took my items away, which is unfortunate, but I mean, I guess that's how it all works. Oh, okay, they gave me Ice Beam. That's not bad. I have Thunderbolt. So I have attacks that are actually remotely accurate now, which is actually fantastic. You have Thunder. Now, Thunder has 10 power points, so if I do some sub-protect bullshit like I did with Kyogre, I can actually run you completely out of Thunders, which would be very good for everybody involved here. So, Articuno, you might be doing a little tanking because you're not useful against anybody on the team, but I guess Raikou is the one that you're most useful against. They also did the level disadvantage. They flipped it for me here, but okay, whatever. 155, 200. I mean, I guess agility wouldn't be a bad option just to make sure I don't get, like, flinched by bites, and then he's forced to use quick attack, which would be kind of stupid, but, you know, whatever. It'd be nice if they gave me a Pitaya Berry for this one, but I think Moltres had it in CD 42, so... The double Johto Burbs ones are stupid. You never beat the reverse side. That's coming up pretty soon, if I remember correctly. We'll have to see about that one. If I remember right, that one is like the most luck-reliant one out of all of them, because they give you... Is that the one where they give you Latios and Latios, but you don't have the Soul Dew? I think that's the one that it is, and that's like just dumb. We may have to skip that one over, depending on how bad it gets. Maybe I'll just give it 3 attempts and then be like, oh, fuck it. So, yeah, it's that one, Ree. Oh, it'll be fun for the first 3 attempts, and then it'll just be silly, and then I will want to stop. Okay, so we have Pressure because we're a legendary Pokemon, so if I sub-protect up, I can get rid of your Thunders. That's not Thunder! What the fuck are you doing? Stop it! Sub? Oh, okay, well, I guess I got the sub up this time. And since I have the sub up, let me agility, actually, since I can... Then I can become faster than it, so... And ladies and germs, you now see why these CDs are stupid. You will be read like a book. It kind of was a little unfortunate there. I mean, I guess I could have agility turn 1 and it would have been pretty good, but, you know. Oh well, it's fine. Now I'm faster than it, so I can just sub up before he does anything else. Now this is turn 4, and that's his 3rd Thunder. So... Or no, was it? Yeah, because the first one, and he missed. The second one, he hit the substitute. The third one, I just protected. So now the 4th one, he'll hit the substitute, and the 5th one, I'll protect. And then we just have to hope that I hit... I don't know, what, 4 out of my 10 Ice Beams? So, you know, we'll see how that goes. Alright, and then we protect this one. I really don't like sub-protect strategies. It feels silly to have both, you know? Like, I guess I prefer most of my sets to not be, like, stall tactics like this, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the silly one here.
Big Coliseum. Also, I am mainly writing a long text because I can also hello people, so what did I miss? And random girl has legendary?
Yeah, who gave this girl a random legendary? That seems silly to me. Lifeblood, hello, welcome. How you doing? Thank you for resubscribing. You have become quadrichromatic. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, we did 1 battle CD, so you didn't really miss a whole lot, to be honest. So, you're good. I mean, I could sub, because I don't think the bite will break it, but does that really accomplish much? I mean, I don't think it does, so I guess I'm just going to keep Ice Beaming. So. Oh, did it freeze and then instantly defrost? I didn't even see it. I was reading Lifeblood's comment. That's my bad. Oh well, it didn't matter too much in the end anyway. So. Now, Entei, I forget what it has, but I'm faster, so I may actually do some sub-protect to kind of stall out its power points of whatever fire move it has, because then I can just, I don't know, do something silly after that. Okay, so he's got Fire Blast. That will do exactly 3, so that's fine. I mean, at this point, I just double protect, really. I could have just protected, then subbed, and then protected, but I guess I didn't think about that, did I? It froze and then instantly defrosted? That's great. That's the silliest thing. Okay, so he didn't use Fire Blast again, so... I guess I'm just going to Ice Beam, get a little residual damage off. Because I'm going to go into Moltres after this, because it'll be a little easier to... Actually, that did pretty good damage. It'll be a little easier to use it, because then he won't be able to use Fire Blast. He'll use Stomp, but I don't think Entei's faster than Moltres, if I remember correctly, so I should be able to Wing Attack it to death. And then it'll just be Suicune, and we'll be able to deal with that. So I've got 149. I mean, okay, I've got Agility. That's not too bad, actually, to help a little bit. See, you Stomp, it knows. The AI will read you like a book. Yeah, well, it's pretty advanced AI at this point, so I guess I'm not that shocked. I'm going to see if I'm slower. I am slower. Okay. See, I should have paid more attention to Entei's speed last time, so I guess I'm going to have to Agility, so I don't have that happen all the time. So let's Agility, shall we? And then I just gotta, you know, hope that I can tank a couple more. Now Stomp, I think, has too many power points for me to expect it to not be able to... Like, for it to basically keep doing it. It'll keep doing it over and over. Oh, he roared. Okay. That's actually kind of smart. I mean, I did just boost, so, you know, get rid of my boost. It makes sense to me. I can see it. But Zapdos might just be able to blast this. I mean, I think I'm just going to light screen, honestly, because I'm faster. I know I'm faster. I'm a Zapdos, so I'm just going to light screen because I know he's going to Fire Blast. And this will force him to Stomp, which should do a little less. But I should be able to actually take him out with T-Bolt now. So. Now, I'm not going to do the dumb thing here. I'm going to try to do the smart thing with Suicune. And I'm going to expect a Mirror Coat, and I'm going to Drill Peck a couple of times to make sure that Thunderbolt KOs. So, let's try that. I don't need a T-Wave, I don't think. Ooh, nice crit. Actually, that puts you right in range, I think, to get KO'd by T-Bolt. Okay, Rain Dance. That's probably fine. And what's the worst that could happen? It's not like he has Swift Swim. I'm just gonna do this just to make sure. Watch it live on like 1 and then I lose. That'd be kind of funny, but you know what? It works. Good job, Zapdos. This is why you're my favorite of the 3 legendary birds. Always reliable. Constantly. Yeah, T-Bolt will clinch the fight. Yep, pretty much. So. Why doesn't Suicune get Swift Swim? It can walk on water. Yeah, that's the question. I don't know. It would probably be a pretty cool, like, hidden ability for it. I could see it being, like, Swift Swim and then, I don't know what Raikou would have then, but I think Entei would probably have something like... It wouldn't have Chlorophyll, but maybe it'd have, like, Solar Power or something. So. Oh, it got Water Absorb, so now it's even tankier than it used to be? Oh my lord. They knew how everyone ran their Suicune, and they were like, yes, keep running it that way. Oh, because it can't walk on rain. Yeah, that's a fair point. It is a little too large to walk on rain, so... Alright, well, we did another double-sided, so let's go do more single-sided ones. Then we'll come back for 44 once we've done 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. I saw one that said Bomb Squad. They fit the word bomb into a Pokemon game. Now all they gotta do is fit the word die in there, and there you go. I think all 3 of them got Flash Fire, Volt Absorb, and Water Absorb. Okay. I mean, Flash Fire, I think, might be more useful for Entei because it's already killing itself with Flare Blitz, so it might as well, you know, hit harder while killing itself. So. Alright, what do we got? Spark and Charge. Okay, so probably want me to use those in combination. I've got a Magnet just to clinch that. Is anybody slower than the... Okay, 70, 92, 55. You might be a little slower, but I don't know if I want to waste a turn using... what's it called? Using T-Wave on Hitmonlee. As a matter of fact, I think it has Limber, which means it can't be paralyzed, so... I don't think I'm going to waste a turn doing that at all. Helping Hand might be nice, but I really do want to get rid of the Scizor, so I guess I want to get Ninetales in here. And probably, judging by the fact that they have only 2 moves, like I said before, usually when the AI has this little amount of moves and there's a turn limit, they'll use the moves in order as you see them. So they'll end up using Protect, Metal Claw, Protect, Metal Claw, Protect. In this case, Protect, Focus Punch, Protect, Focus Punch, Protect. Protect, Sludge, Protect, Sludge, Protect. So probably what I want to do is I want to get the Ninetales in. And it has Protect and Imprison, so I probably need to use that. The question is, which of these 2 do I use? I guess it's Manectric, because Spark and Charge with a Magnet and higher special attack. So I'll switch Plusle the first turn. Probably Imprison the Protects. I might get rid of Scizor, though, second turn, because it's... I mean, it's going to get KO'd by Flamethrower no matter what. It's a Scizor. And then I can Imprison on the third turn, and then I can just blast them, because they won't be able to use Protect. Now we're thinking. We're thinking, but that doesn't mean I'll be able to think when we get a little further here. Like I said, some of these later ones, from my understanding, get pretty dumb with the needless specifics that you need to do in order to win them. It's like multiple turns of you have to press this move or you won't hit the turn limit, or you'll end up hitting the turn limit and you won't win, so yeah. Alright, so they're going to Protect first turn, so I'm going to Charge, and let's get Plusle the hell out of here. I'd like the Helping Hand, the Spark, but I don't know that it's that necessary. I have 5 turns to work with, so it should be okay. Let's do this, Ninetales. Yeah, like I said. That is the one reliable thing that I can say about most of these CDs that I can give you as advice is if they have a certain number of moves that aren't 4, they're probably just going to use them in order from top to bottom. So, yeah. just do it that way. Alright, so we're sparking that, so it won't get Focus Punch off. We'll Flamethrower the Scizor. I know it's going to hit it and KO it, so it's probably fine. Hey, Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We're doing more battle CDs. We finished up a double-sided one with the legendary birds and the legendary beasts. So now we're back to our puzzle ones. We got about 9 of these to go. Well, 8 now, once this one's done. And then we'll go from there. So, okay, so they're going to protect again this turn. So this is the turn I want to imprison so they don't protect again. And then I can just start blasting. Okay, I mean, you could probably look at this one and kind of see what they do in the turn order, and you could probably get it pretty easily, so. Imagine turning Scizor into a grass type with Trick or Treat, a move no one carries. Remove their stab, it's good. Oh boy, yeah. Trick or Treat is a fun move that I have honestly never gotten to use because I haven't really done a whole lot of doubles since, like, Gen 4, so. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll give it a shot. I do like Trevenant. It's actually one of my favorite grass types, to be honest. I love its design. So, I don't think that para is necessary for this, but I think it should be okay for later. But yeah, it's actually one of my favorite grass types that I never get to use, really, because I don't play Gens 6 through 8 very often, so... Ow. Alright, so probably Spark and Flamethrower should be able to take out Muck this turn, because this is my last turn that I have, so let's just do this. Let's go all out. You weren't originally going to be here, you started to fall asleep for a nap, but you're rudely interrupted, so now you're awake. Oh, I hate when that happens, Conker. It's happened to me before, and I understand, so... I feel your pain, my friend. I appreciate you being here, but if you start feeling sleepy again, just go take a nap. It's probably better for you than watching me, my dumb ass, play Pokemon. So. Alright, there's that one. 4 to go, then we'll do another double-sided, and then we'll do 4 more puzzle ones, the last 4 puzzle ones, and then we'll do another double-sided. And then we'll do the legendary ones that get you Sunny Day and Rain Dance, and then we'll do the quote-unquote last one, the Mew battle. Oh, we get a Lumberry out of this. Oh, we get 5! That's actually really good, and I even got one myself a little earlier from battling Justy, so that gives us 6. That's not bad. That's a free full heal, or you could use it for competitive stuff, because if you use them in Ore Coliseum, they replenish themselves at the end of each battle in Ore Coliseum, so it's pretty nice to have along. You'd love to nap, but you have work in an hour, yeah. Would have to be a pretty quick nap. So... Alright, what do we got? Vigoroth, Twosome, phrasing. They're good at heckling, too. So, they have Taunt? Probably. They do have Taunt. They also have Encore. Interesting. What do we got? Okay, so we have a Ninjask that I definitely need to Taunt. We have a Clefable that's probably going to use those moves in that exact order. So we probably Taunt, and then we Taunt the Ninjask, maybe. Because it's going to use either Cosmic Power the first turn, or it's going to use it the second turn. So, well, it's unlimited turns, so I guess I could use it any turn I wanted. Ursaring just has Earthquake. So Ninjask has to get KO'd first, then, evidently. We don't want him to Baton Pass, so... But I am faster than Clefable, so now he can't use... Basically, if I taunt the Clefable first turn, if he uses Follow Me, that's fine, then he can't use anything else. If he uses Cosmic Power the first turn, he can't use it. Ninjask is probably going to protect first turn, then it'll Swords Dance, and then it'll Baton Pass to Ursaring, which would be bad. I guess I get Encore at second turn, so then it can't Baton Pass. Okay, let's give that a shot. Since you're interrupted, you can't fall asleep for at least a few hours. Okay, gotcha. I've had that same problem as well, so I completely understand. It's not fun, but well, hopefully you get the nap before, you know. Well, actually, I mean, for you, it's like, what, 2 o'clock in the afternoon now? So you'll probably still have a chance to nap before it gets too late at night. I don't know if you have that problem, because sometimes when I nap and it's too late at night, I have a hard time falling asleep. Apparently, I could use a nap, too, because I'm yawning. So that's fun. So your name is Cord, is it? So where are Bored and Barst? That's my question for you. And if you get that today, well, I know Marie's gonna get it, so I don't know if I can give out a free internet cookie for basically a gimme for Marie. So, I'll give you half an internet cookie. There you go. You saw that one coming. I guess it was. I mean, if you've played Fire Emblem, that's probably pretty low-hanging fruit, so... Oh, well. Alright, so we'll taunt, and we'll Facade the Clefable to get a little damage off, because I know you're protecting, you little jackass. So now... Did I taunt the wrong person? I did taunt the wrong person. I'm dumb. We're going to have to reset this one, because now Clefable is going to get a Cosmic Power off. I mean, I guess that's not terrible, because now I can still do this. I just need to Encore the Ninjask, and then can kind of weaken them after this. So. 2 monkeys versus what? A Ninjask, a Clefable, and an Ursaring. So that's what we're doing, and we'll figure it all out eventually. Oh no, this isn't going to work because Clefable's going to follow me this turn. Yeah, so I'm going to end up taunting, or encoring the Clefable, and that means that I die to Ursaring's Earthquake. How do I, like... How do I leave? How do I exit the simulation? Neo, I need your help. Too bad no one uses Border Cord because they suck, and Barst is decent, meaning good by comparison. Yeah, I fall into the same trap. Board and Cord just get left by the sidelines for me, unfortunately. And it's no good. Give in. Thank you. I did this wrong. Let's try again. I'm not even going to give you the privilege of getting a victory there, Cord. Yeah, exit, you need to die. Well, thankfully I don't have to, so... Thankfully, this simulation doesn't let me die in the simulation. I can just say, nope, I know I'm going to die, so I'm leaving. Eject. Eject me from the simulation. So... And you know what the funny thing is, though, is that when I play FE12 with the English patch that I have for it, you can also, it's New Mystery of the Emblem, which has its own fan English translation, in case you want to look it up. I think it's a pretty good game. I suck at it, but I still think it's a pretty good game. But basically, if you play FE12, usually what I end up doing is I end up making my, because you can create a character in that one, kind of like an Awakening, but this one is a little bit less story to them. It's pretty much just like an avatar for the character. It's very blank slate, so that way you can kind of inject yourself into the reality. And basically what I end up doing with that is I end up making him a warrior. So I don't even use Barst in that particular case because I just... I use my main character as my main axe unit, so then it's like, okay, well, I just have a... Oh, I have a cute charm. Great. Thank you for that. That's going to cause problems. But yeah, so I end up basically using my main character as an axe unit, and then I have like a Wyvern Rider, or I think they're called Dragon Riders in that one, actually. So that ends up being my second unit. And, yeah, so then I really don't end up using any of the 3 of them, to be honest. It's kind of upsetting. My dog's barking. I think the neighbors are setting up Christmas decorations, so that may be a prevalent thing in the background. Okay, so I guess I'm not going to get to Encore now because of cute... Why did you have to have a Clefable, of all things, so that it could have cute charm and do this stupid shit? Like, that just seems like not so good of an idea. And you give me a physical attacker. So probably then what I should have done is I should have encored the Ninjask into this, because basically now what's going to happen is he's going to pass, and that will get me killed anyway, because then Ursaring will, you know, kill me. So let's not do that again. So how do I do this then? I mean, I guess I could just, like, wait to damage Clefable until its Ninjask is almost fainted, and then I can, like, go from there, basically. Like, I can do, like, some prior damage before Ursaring comes out, like, just as I'm KOing Ninjask, because then at least I still have one Vigoroth that can hit Clefable that won't be cute charmed. And then I can hit it down to the point where it's slightly low on HP. And I can, let Ursaring take care of the rest, basically, for me. You beat FE12 twice. You love how the MU is literally a gremlin when they're allowed to have a character. Have you seen the supports with Fina? They literally would have gone down and taken Fina with them if they had to. I haven't seen most of the supports in FE12, unfortunately. It's I try to use different units each time. I usually end up using very similar units each time I play it, but yeah, I usually don't see most of the supports. So, God, what do I even do with this Vigoroth then? I guess I try to taunt the Ninjask and then it protects and it does nothing, so... Oh, that's a good point, Conquer. Yeah, it's a male Clefable, so I could damage the Clefable with male Vigoroth to prevent Cute Charm. Yeah, that's fair, actually. I'll do that. It'll be easier than doing it the other way. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. I'm not even thinking about how attract works. Evidently, I should be, because that would make this a lot easier. So, alright, and then you encore this. So the female one, in this case, plays the support role. It forces Ninjask to keep using Swords Dance. It forces Clefable to stop using Cosmic Power. So that's fair. Yeah, so basically taunt and then encore with the female and let the male keep using Facade. So, I get you. Makes sense to me now. Didn't make sense to me before, evidently, but, you know. Alright, so that's 2 turns of taunt. I believe, if I remember correctly, taunt ends after 3 turns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have both of these guys work on Ninjask this turn, both of these Vigoroth. And then I can taunt and Facade the Clefable on the next turn when it loses its taunt. And then we'll go from there, so... You noticed the genders of the Vigoroths last time. Okay, well, that's a good eye, Conquer. You're really looking out, so I appreciate it, because evidently I'm not. So. Oh, it lost its taunt this turn? What the fuck? That's ridiculous. Come on now. Alright, well, anyway. I think Ninjask still has its encore next turn, so. You do this. You do this. No, wait, you do this. There we go. So we can get rid of the Ninjask, and then Ursaring can take care of the rest. Most players of FE12 didn't like Chris. They did much better on the second attempt with Robin. Because Chris suffers from not allowed to have a character, so they're a blank slate, but we'll give character to them anyways syndrome. Yeah, that's a hell of a mouthful, I'll tell you what. But it's pretty true. Chris kind of... They try to inject character where they can with them, but it's really not substantial, like, at all. So, it's a little unfortunate for him. Alright, now here's the real question. How much damage does Ursaring's Earthquake do? And will I survive it? And will Clefable survive it? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if it does or it doesn't, so... I probably should have encored it, though, now that I'm thinking about it, because it's probably going to follow me while Ursaring Earthquakes, and then we'll go from there, I guess. I'm just going to try to Facade... no, hang on, let me Facade the Clefable with the male one, and then Facade the Ursaring with the female one. And then we'll get some prior damage off. Hopefully I'll live long enough to actually KO it next turn. Because it's just going to Earthquake, so... It probably will do a lot of damage, Lifeblood. You're probably correct. Chris is a gremlin. Just roll with that instead of making a blank slate to insert yourself into the game. I actually kind of like it when Chris is a little bit, like, vindictive in FE12, too, because it's just so silly, really. Like, they're in these crazy situations, and he's just like, hey, Chief, I put on your priest's hat. I hope you don't mind. Okay, there we go. So now Clefable's fainted. Now the question becomes, will I be able to KO Ursaring on the next turn? Because if I can't, I'm dead, but I should be faster than it with both, so we'll see. Okay, well with the crit, yes, I definitely... Actually, no. I probably would have even without the crit, because that did more than... Well, no, I mean, I guess it did about, what, 80-something damage? Almost 90? So yeah, I guess the crit was necessary. Oh well, if it works, it works. Go back to your triangle attack there, Cord. I got crits on my side, apparently. Spoil the female Chris's support chain with your dancer, Fina. You can do that if you want, because I usually use a male MC in FE12, so I don't think that I really... There's a lot of good female characters in FE12, so I usually don't end up injecting the MU, or the MC, however you want to say them, into that. I usually end up playing a male one, because that way I can have them as an axe unit, because most of the other axe units in the game are either too late in the game or not reliable, so... At least in my personal opinion, anyway. So... Yeah, you can spoil it if you want. That's fine. A slacking pair. So you have Vigoroths in this one and then slacking in this one. They're tough if they aren't truant, but they're always truant unless you're going to let me skill swap. There is no skill swap on this team unless this thing has it. Roar. Okay. 8 turn limit double battle. So I have 4 attacks. Protect, scratch. So you're going to protect all the even turns when I'm truant. So what you're telling me then is I have to disrupt the protect order here. Okay. Because if I disrupt the protect order, I can basically, like, I can probably keep Kecleon on the field and then roar the Blissey out on turn 2 with Exploud, because then Dusclops will come in and it'll protect. No, because I got to roar twice, I think, in order to disrupt the turn order, because I got to get Exploud in here first. And then I need at least 3 of the turns. Basically, I need to be KOing something on the 4th turn, the 6th turn, and the 8th turn. Or the 3rd turn, the 5th turn, and the 7th turn in order to actually win here. Choice Band. Okay, well, everything I hit will get 1-hit KO'd, so let's give it a shot. See, I'll do like 3 attempts on these, and if I don't get it, then I don't get it, but it'll at least give you an idea about what the battle is. Because some of these are starting to get a little silly. I mean, I guess we're not too far away from our goal, but I don't know. I'll see. I know I'm going to have to take a bathroom break, though, at some point here today, so that might actually cause a bit of a problem with us getting all these done anyway, because I didn't... Normally, I try to make it, and this is kind of gross, I apologize, but I normally try to make it so that I use the restroom at the appropriate times during the day so that I won't have to go when I'm doing the stream, but today I didn't appropriately synchronize my restroom usage. I can't believe I'm, like, metagaming my restroom usage. Like, what the hell? What am I expecting? Like, I'm gonna go to Evo for Pokemon next year or some shit? Like, what the hell is this? Alright, so I don't think it matters what I do this turn, because they're both gonna protect with that slacking, but I guess I get... Does Blissey have Cute Charm? Natural Cure and Serene Grace, those are its abilities, so no, I don't gotta worry about specifically having the female slacking in. Alright. Essentially, Fina is constantly trying to pressure female Chris into going on stage with her because she has a good figure and will make a great dancer, except Chris has no interest in going on stage or being a dancer. That's kind of funny. Because, like, Fina, absolutely not. Don't even kid about something like that. Just get me out of here. Alright, so I'm going to be truant this turn. I want to roar out Blissey, who's going to do nothing at all. It doesn't even matter what they do to me because they're not going to do enough damage to do anything at all. So, yeah, 2 lazy monkeys versus what? It's like they grew up from the previous battle CD and now they're just lazy. Oh boy. Surprise, you're going to Evo next year for Pokemon. Yes! My dream come true. Yeah, basically they want you to roar twice because that'll disrupt the turn order and allow me to actually, like, do something here. So, you're gonna protect this turn, though, right? Oh, Choice Band allows these of only double edge. Yeah, I forgot about that. So, I guess I'm doing this. And then I'll get... Basically, what's gonna happen here is Kecleon's gonna protect because it's turn 3. I'm gonna be loafing, so Blissey will come in next turn and it'll protect, but then I can double edge at turn 5. I can get the other slacking in on turn 6. And then I should be able to kind of, like, finagle the turn order so that I can KO something on turn 5, turn 7, and turn 8. I think. We'll see, but I think that's how it'll work. Oh, I didn't think that one through, evidently. So I think I just lost because I don't think I can properly do this because it roared. Protect. No, wait, hang on. Maybe I can still do it because you're loafing this turn. I can't roar Dusclops, right? Because it's a Dusclops. Let me keep trying. Let's keep trying this one, and then we'll just go from there. Eventually, Chris has enough of Fina's shit and decides to play along, saying she'll dance with her if they wear an outfit that she picked out. Fina asks if that's an outfit, not just some cloth. Skimpy probably doesn't come close to describing it as more than Fina is comfortable with. Now, Fina is on the back foot, and Chris basically says, it's okay, I'll totally destroy my reputation and go down with you. Fina does not take that well, only for Chris to throw out a gotcha, because she has no intention of dancing in the first place. She just wanted to get Fina to stop being a shit, and almost harassing her to join her. That's funny as hell, actually. That's pretty great. How do I do this, exactly? Well, no, hang on. I mean, I guess I do this. Get the other slacking out here. No, wait, I'm supposed to do this turn 3 with the other okay. I see how you're supposed to do this now. I think I see how you're supposed to do this now. Because basically, I need to get the other slacking out on turn 3 so then it can turn 4 Shadow Ball the Dusclops. I can keep switching them around. Okay, I think I see how to do this one. Okay. I just need to actually do this correctly and, like, think several steps ahead, which was never my strong suit. Again, see every strategy game, all one of them that I've ever played for the stream, but I've already told all of you that I'm very bad at strategy games, and those usually involve thinking ahead like a game of chess. This is a game of chess, and I am losing it. So. Vindictive Chris is literally the best Chris. It's pretty great, yeah. Because if I remember right, some of Chris's supports are just kind of bland. Like, there's I think a good chunk of them have them being vindictive, but I think a few of them are just kind of bland. Like, they just kind of say, oh yeah, that's cool, basically, to the person that's involved in the thing. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch one of the Slackings out this turn and get Exploud in. I guess it's gonna be this one. And then we're gonna... Let's see, so if we Roar turn 2, that would get Dusclops in. And then I would basically... Okay, so this one it doesn't matter what I lock into because I'm gonna be switching it out anyway after this. So, get Exploud in, turn 2 will Roar. Turn 3 will switch to the other Slacking, so that way on turn 4 I can kind of catch the Dusclops and use Shadow Ball on it. Then turn 5 I'm going to have to switch it out again, and then turn 6 I'm probably going to have to switch again because I won't be able to Roar anymore. But Roar one of them, it doesn't matter, I guess the Blissey. And you Loaf. You be a meatloaf. You recently bought 5D chess with multiverse time travel. You want to play some chess. What the hell is 5D chess with multiverse time travel? That sounds like crazy. I was gonna say like scary, honestly, because that's like way over my head. It's on Steam. Oh, okay, so it's like an indie. Exactly what's in the name. Yeah. Make sure you learn your astrophysics before you come in. Alright, so we roar the Kecleon this turn. It's not going to do anything because it's protecting. But we switch the Slacking out because that will get the other Slacking in so I can Shadow Ball. And then we switch Exploud out next turn because I won't be able to roar anymore once I KO the Dusclops. And then our Slackings are unsynchronized, so then I can just KO something each turn, I think. Although I might have to switch in Exploud first and then something else because I'm going to be Shadow Balling this next turn. So I'll have to unlock myself from thing. Yeah, and actually that works out this turn anyway because I need to roar. Wait, hang on. I can't roar because if I KO the Dusclops, there's going to be nothing to roar to. So... we switch to this Slacking. And we have this Slacking Shadow Ball the Dusclops, which will work this time. Basically, I have to KO something on this turn, turn 6, and turn 8. So hopefully this will work. Again, unsyncing things is just, it's kind of silly here, but we'll figure it out. I know this is how you do the first 4 turns. It's just the next 4 turns that I'm not so sure about. So. Basically, how many boards of chess can you play at once? If any of your kings ends up checkmated, you lose. Have fun keeping track of 3 or more boards of chess. Oh my god, that sounds terrifying. Yeah, that's just as scary as I thought it would be. Yikes. Alright, so... you're gonna double edge this turn, but they're both protecting this turn, so I actually need to switch you out. Exploud. I think. Because that way you... okay, but you're loafing this turn. So then I switch you for the other Slacking on the next turn. No, because then I don't have anything to KO on turn 6. This is ridiculous. I do need to lock in a double edge, but I know the both of you are going to use Protect this turn, so... I'm going to try... I don't think this is going to work, but I'm going to try this. So basically, you need to leave and get Exploud out here. What if I roar my own guy? Yeah, I thought about color change, but it wouldn't work because you can't Shadow Ball it because it's immune. What if I roar my own guy? I mean, that would work, right? Like, I could... I don't think I can roar myself out, but I can roar this slacking out. And then switch. And KO. Because you're loafing this turn, so you can't do anything. So I roar my own guy, which I can do. I can't roar myself, unfortunately. Yeah, no, wait, hang on. This will work, because if I do this, then turn 7, they're not in Protect. No, because turn 8, they're gonna... No, wait, hang on. Turn 7, they're gonna... Okay, no, hang on. This is how it works, I think. So you roar yourself, and that'll unsynchronize my slacking. This is stupid. This is a headache. I'm gonna need Excedrin at the end of this stream. That's how bad this is getting. You heard of it recently, you looked into it and saw basically that, oh my lord. You played 3 games of Scrabble at once, you won 2 of them and forfeited the 3rd one early. Yeah, this one does. It requires a lot of thinking, that's for sure. So, okay, so turn 7, I can KO something, and I switch Exploud out. And then I double edge next turn. But wait a minute, hang on, they're gonna protect next turn, right? I think I've confused myself. No, they're protecting this turn. So how do I do this, then? What the fuck? I think I just switched the wrong one, actually, now that I think about it. So we've almost got it. I know that I can KO 2 of them. So. Genius Sonority, why are you making me think so hard? It's not good for my brain. Alright, well we know the first 4 turns, basically. It's basically get Exploud out, roar them. Maybe I just roar myself on turn 5, so... Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to roar Slacking out in order to unsync the turn order. What does the advice say? On the turns that Slacking moves, how should Slacking, with the Truant ability, be made to attack in turns when the opponent won't use Protect? So we basically need to unsync our Slacking so that they attack on turns 2, 4, 6, and 8. And again, we have the first 4 turns down, so... Can you roar out your own on the... That's a good idea, Marie. I think that's what we're going to do, because roar has negative priority, so I'll KO the Dustclops, and then I can roar it out. And then I can switch, and then we can KO something on turn 6, and then on turn 8. Okay, I think we'll do that. This is the last one, though. If it doesn't work, we're going to move on. Again, I got stuff to do today. I don't want to be here for 4 hours because of this stupid shit, so... This is convoluted as fuck. Again, they're really making you puzzle this out. And basically what happens with me is when it comes to this sort of stuff, if it's this convoluted and I do it 3 times, I'm like, I still have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I'll look up the solution. And I don't want to do that, and that's why I would say basically 3 attempts and then we're done. So, yeah, that's why I usually do it that way. Okay, so we do this. We roar twice on turns 2 and 3. And then on turn 4, after Shadow Balling, we roar out, excuse me, my own Slacking. So I'm just glad Double Edge doesn't have the same problem that High Jump Kick does. So you loaf this turn. You roar anything out. It doesn't matter what it is. I guess I'll make it Blissey. Now you know why you hate coding. Somehow you either write it wrong or something else is wrong. Hate that you can't make mistakes. Yeah, unfortunately, that's coding in a nutshell. You got to make sure that all the code's correct, so you end up having to reread and reread and reread, and then it's like, oh my god. Let me go. Please. Just let me go. Alright, so this turn we switch the Slacking that's on the field with the other Slacking. Because that way it can attack turn 4 when they're not protecting. And I can Shadow Ball and KO the Dustclops, but then I can roar my own guy out after that. So this roar won't work because they're protecting. That's fine. But we can KO something this turn, and then I can roar my own dude out. So that way I undo the choice band and everything, and then I can bring them in on different turns. Okay, so this turn we KO the Dustclops with Shadow Ball, and I roar my own Slacking out. And then that should work, okay. Really, is it? Do you see modern video games? Did Anthem die yet? I don't know. I'm pretty sure Anthem died, but I don't think they're following their roadmap anymore, at the very least. So, did they ever follow their roadmap, though? I forget. I really, honestly, I haven't kept up with Anthem. All I had to hear was they were canceling Mass Effect Andromeda's development past patch 1.1 because they were developing Anthem, and I said, nope, BioWare, you're dead to me. You've committed an atrocious sin, and I am not willing to forgive you. So, yeah. Alright, so Roar is useless now, basically. I can't have this slacking attack, though. So, I switch it out for this slacking, and it KOs something with Double Edge next turn. Let me see here. So if I switch out the slacking for the other slacking, this female slacking will KO something on turn 6. Then I switch Exploud out on turn 7, and I KO the other thing on turn 8. I think that makes sense. Yeah, we'll do it that way. We'll do it that way. I think it'll work. By the time you've been trying to fix something for literal hours, you start thinking, please just end me. I've been here for hours and possibly break down crying. Sounds like you're speaking from experience a little there, Conker. I'm not judging. I feel your pain, but I empathize at the very least. Basically, coding sucks. It's cool, but it sucks. They canceled it less than 2 months in, if you remember correctly. Yeah, that sounds about right. So. Alright, let's KO the Blissey. And then... you just roar, even though it's useless this turn. I hope I'm doing this right. Okay, I didn't need to crit, but thank you. So, you roar, but it's useless. Then we switch Exploud out next turn while Kecleon protects, and we KO the Kecleon with the other slacking on turn 8. This is convoluted. For sure. Alright, so you loaf this turn. You switch. I think I got it. I think I got it, because slacking comes in, and turn 8, Kecleon's not protecting, and I just double edge it, and it dies. So, I mean, both of the slackings really now could double edge it and KO it, so I guess it doesn't matter what I do. One of them might even faint, so... As a matter of fact, to make sure that I keep all 3 of them, let's switch Exploud in with this one. No, because you know what? No, it's a choice band slacking. Kecleon's not going to live. It's fine. I can do this and be cheeky. It's fine, right? Watch him double protect. Just to spite me on turn 8. You are speaking from experience. I am sorry, then. I empathize with your pain. I have not done any coding myself. Well, I think I've done a teeny little bit, but not enough to make me break down crying, so I empathize. The content Anthem got was underwhelming, to put it nicely. You still love that one stream people used against the objectively false talking points of the devs. Was that the one where they were, like, they had people playing and it was like a script, like they hired voice actors or some stupid shit to pretend like they were actually playing the game? I forget. I think that was, like, before the game released, though. Oh, well, the loot drop rates aren't piss poor. Devs show off the new piece of content and get nothing but common loot. Thanks, devs. You couldn't even try to pull the wool over people's eyes by programming the loot drops to be better for yourself? I mean, that would even be worse, I guess, but, you know. I don't know why I keep checking my Pokemon list. They haven't changed since I came here. So. Alright, 27 and 28. And then we'll move on to the other double-sided ones. But if I remember right, the other double-sided ones are the ones with all the legendary birds, and they're going to be Regirock, Regice, and Registeel side A. And then the ultimate Latios and Latios side A. So that's the one that we will probably not be finishing. So just in case anyone was wondering. Oh wait, hang on, I didn't even check this one. Big Bang, sorry. Surviving self-destruct is key. Oh, I think I've done this one, actually. So I think I know how to do this one. So you have Conversion and Conversion 2. Conversion would turn you into a Psychic type, which would probably help if any of these guys were weak to Psychic, but they're not. So they're going to protect first turn. It's a 2-turn limit battle. And then Graveler will self-destruct. So here's what you want to do, basically. So you have Conversion 2. You have a Hitmonlee with, you know, tackle, double kick, high jump kick, foresight. Probably double kick would KO the Porygon too. But basically you want to tackle your own dude and then Conversion 2. if I recall correctly. And then we want to do a little prior damage to Dusclops to ensure that self-destruct KOs, and then we go from there. But it's kind of interesting a little bit. It's quick, but it's interesting. And these are the ones that I like because they're like quick little puzzles, so you just have to get a couple of things right, and then all of a sudden it's like, yes, I feel smart, and I won. So... They were all silent for a good second, and then they recovered. You laughed. God, that's... I feel the cringe in my gut for that, but I still would probably laugh at them about it. So, your own game just blew up in your face, and you still want to say the game isn't being stingy with loot. Yeah, oh my lord. I don't know. Like I said, I've still been stalling on buying the Mass Effect Legendary Edition just because I still don't think I've forgiven BioWare for that, for the shit that they did with Anthem. It's like, are you guys fucking kidding me? Come on now. Okay, but basically P2 is slower than Hitmonlee, so you conversion 2 and you tackle your own P2. So then it'll turn into a type that resists tackle, and then we can wait for Graveler to blow itself up. Now, you may be saying, hey, how do we kill Dusclops? Because it's a ghost type, so self-destruct won't blow it up. We have an ace up our sleeve for that, don't worry. Hitmonlee is useful for 2 things in this battle, and that's one of them right there, the tackle, so I can convert into something that resists it. There we go, I'm a ghost type, perfect. It could also turn you into like a steel or a rock type, and that should, in theory, give you enough resistance to actually, like, you know, survive. So that's good. We also have Foresight, so let's use that on Dusclops and then watch it blow up when Graveler blows up. I got your number, Dusclops. After that, you expected Anthem to go out with a whimper. The game was holding on by a thread, and that thread was kind of tenuous. And I'm pretty sure it did go out with a whimper, as I recall, because I haven't heard a damn thing about it since, like... Well, really, like, it's only been, like... It's been since a couple of months since the game came out, and that was when I last heard anything about it. But, yeah. It's just one of those things. I didn't even need that crit, but thank you, I'll take it. It's self-destruct, so you had to basically make it so Dusclops could feint to self-destruct. And we did! Good job, P2. I wish I could use you in more games, but you're not available in, like, hardly any of them until the post-game.
I know.
Except Platinum. Maybe one day we'll play it. The only problem in Platinum is that it... I know this is going to sound terrible because everyone uses P2 with a Violite, but I kind of would want to use a Violite with P2 if I'm going to use P2, you know? But, you know. Can't you breed Porygon? You might be able to breed it with a Ditto. I mean, in Crystal, you can't get a P2's upgrade until post-game, if I remember it. Well, Kanto, basically. And then there's Gen 4, where you get a Porygon, and then you can get a P2, I think, before post-game, so... And a PZ as well. So, I don't know, we'll see. Boy, I have a new breeding project. Breed me some Porygon. Breed me some code. Just make sure that you put in all the lines correctly. I'm sorry. The joke was too easy. That's my bad. I hate to, you know, rain on your parade, but the joke was low-hanging, so of course I had to take it. Bomb Squad, prevent the opponent's explosion. Oh, I see this one, so, okay. So here's how it works. Basically, you got these two. Oh good, for Alligator it'll be useful, unlike it was in Coliseum. I'm sorry for Alligator, I love you baby, I'll use you later. But I think I see how this works. So basically we're going to want to have these two. We have moves that hit both opponents. We have Surf, we have Swift. We also have Helping Hand and Follow Me On for it, so that's kind of helpful. We want to KO these two at about the same time, so that both Electrode and Psyduck come out at the same time, because Psyduck in this case has the Damp ability, which will prevent this thing from blowing up, so then it'll just sit there and struggle, and we can KO it after that. So, okay, I know this one. We'll be able to do this one. Excuse me. If we can Wonder Trade this year, I'm breeding Porygon for new players. There you go. Sounds like a fun project. Check it out to see if you can breed Porygon with Ditto. I don't actually know that for sure, so don't take my word for it. I'm not a breeding expert, so don't take my word for it. I don't know, though, because isn't Porygon genderless? Doesn't that, like, exclude you from being able to breed? I forget how breeding mechanics work. I'm not really sure. But it's a process. It's a thought. I don't know. Alright, we got Ariados, we got Xatu. Let's do this. You got this for Alligator and Furret. You've bred Moonball Stantler for new players, you'll come up with something. Okay, there you go. Just do a little bit of thinking, and there you go. Get it. Oh yeah, you need a Ditto for that, so, okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I guess I could just Swift and Surf. But I feel like a Helping Hand boosted Surf would do more than Swift and Surf. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so you can breed Voltorb and Magnemite, you just need a Ditto to do it. Okay, so maybe you can breed Porygon, I don't know. Porygon's something a lot of people might not ever get without effort. Case in point, right here. I did get a Porygon in, was it yellow version? I forget. I got it in Gen 1, though, at one point, because I bought it with coins. I, like, saved up as much money as I could, not buying healing items through the whole game, the whole 9. And I was like, okay, so now I'm just gonna buy a Porygon. Just because I can, and then it was very not good for the entire game, but, you know, it's fine. You're probably right, Conker. That sounds correct to me. Like, just thinking about it, I'm pretty sure genderless Pokemon can only be bred with Ditto. It's just certain ones, mostly legendaries, that are excluded from the mix because, well, they're legendary, so, yeah. Alright, so next turn we'll KO with Surf without a Helping Hand, so I'm probably going to Swift and then Surf. So that way I can get rid of these two, and then we'll go from there.
What? Yeah, I'm right. Alright, we're going to get the food.
Okay.
We'll be back shortly.
Alright, sounds good. And I'm a little concerned about Feraligator's health, but I think we'll be okay. Because, I mean, Psyduck can do whatever Psyduck wants when it comes onto the field. It probably has, like, one attacking move or something, but once we get Ariados out of here and Xatu, I think that's the main thing we need to worry about, so. You like getting uncommon or rare Pokemon to the masses. Meanwhile, you end up releasing 500 Wurmple. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, it happens. If the Wurmple don't end up, you know, they're pretty common. If they don't end up being what you want them to be, then there you go. Alright, let's get some prior damage off on these two. It doesn't really matter at this point, because now we can just focus on the Psyduck, because Electrode can only struggle once it tries to explode, but it won't be able to because of Damp, so... And, yeah, now we just slash Psyduck. I guess we just Strength, too. Like, I could Helping Hand, but... Yeah, so like I said, Psyduck's Damp prevents Explosion, so... I could Helping Hand the Slash and maybe get a crit and go from there, but let's let Furret do something, you know? I just realized I fucked up. When this Psyduck faints, Electrode can explode. Oh, this is not good. I guess I gotta KO them both at the same time. Okay, well, let's do it again. So, I almost took a sharp breath while drinking my water just there. And that would have gone terribly, because I would have spent the next 5 minutes sputtering for breath as I coughed all of the water out of my lungs. Oh, man. That's just silly. I get it, though. I know how to do it. The only legendary or mythical being Manaphy to get Fion. Oh, yeah, because you can get Fion by breeding Manaphy. Yeah, I forgot about that, too. I haven't really done a lot of that stuff with Gen 4, so... I'm glad you found it funny, Lifeblood. I appreciate that. People literally just buy Quick Balls, go back to the first route of the game, throw Quick Ball, 5 times catch rate multiplier for a guaranteed catch, and then Wonder Trade hoping for something good. It ruins the spirit of Wonder Trade, to be honest. Yeah, I think that I think Game Freak in general wanted the spirit of Wonder Trade to be more like, hey, you never know what you're gonna get. And then they just kind of had, you know, exactly what you just said, where they're like, I caught a Burmy. Here's a Wonder Trade. I caught a Pidgey. Here's a Wonder Trade. Give me a Legendary. Like, okay, wait a minute. Hold the phone. What are you... No, that's not how this works. Oh, boy. You know, I probably could have followed me this turn, and then the future sight would hit Furret instead of Feraligator, which might make it a little easier to finish the battle, but... Oh, well. It's probably okay. Keyword is probably. You get too many legendaries, you will start Wonder Trading them because you barely use them. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, because if you don't, you know, want to use them, then it's like, okay. Rather than KOing the Electrode and Psyduck at the same time, KO the Electrode first, then the Psyduck. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah. Not bad, we're almost there. Almost there. So one of us is going to take a future sight. It's probably Feraligator, because the AI is doing that on purpose. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much, because, like, it's Furret versus Psyduck, And as long as I, like, Swift and don't get, like, staticked or something, it should be okay. So. See, these three are contact moves, though, and I don't want to get static, so I guess I just keep using Surf, and then I'll just use Swift. How does that Manaphy Fion crap work anyway? Coding? I mean, Fion is literally a dex filler. From a lore standpoint, I have no idea. I would assume that Fion is, like... I forget the lore exactly about how Manaphy and Fion work. Oh my god, I actually didn't even KO the Zatu with Swift. Come on, Furt, you can do better than that. Yeah, I don't know how the coding works exactly with them, but from a lore standpoint, if I remember right, Manaphy is like the droplet of water that causes the ripples, and Fion is the ripple, basically. So it's like a... It's not the water droplet original, it's like a shadow of the droplet. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I don't know if it does, and I don't even know if that's correct, to be honest with you, but it might be. So. Alright, I think we Helping Hand our Surf, so that way we can KO the Electrode first with it, and then we'll just do prior damage to Psyduck, and then eventually we'll be able to KO Psyduck after that. It's just Dex Filler, end of story. Probably. That's probably correct. You could probably headcanon it any way you want, like I just did. I'm pretty sure that's not the actual lore, but... You know, you could probably headcanon it any way you want, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's probably just filler. I mean, Surf did pretty good damage with a Helping Hand to Psyduck there, so it's not bad. Yeah, because I definitely have a fire move to use on you. That's just great. Alright, Furt, let's do this. Get rid of the Electrode, no explosions, and then we'll just KO the Psyduck. It can't even struggle. That's kind of funny, actually. Because it technically still has move power points left, it's just unable to use it because of an ability. The Ripple is more important than the drop, so is Fion stronger? Nope, bullshit, not at all. 80 across the board, Manaphy's 100. So yeah, I guess the headcanon doesn't really work then, does it? If the Ripple is stronger in general than the, you know, the actual original droplet. So I don't know. That was just what I thought of when you said that, and it made sense in my head, but if you really kind of dissect it, it doesn't really make much sense. So. Alright, so that's that one down. Let's do another double-sided one, and then we'll keep going. This is going to be probably a longer stream if I get all of these done today. I really want to demonstrate one-panel Battle Bingo, and I think that's going to take a while because of how it works, but... I absolutely have to finish this game today, so if we're here for 3.5 hours again, we're here for 3.5 hours again. I apologize if anybody's gonna get sleepy at the end of that, but, like, I don't have a choice. 29, 30, 31, 32. So we got 4 of those left. And 2 of these left, because 44, 45, 47, 48, and then this, and this will be our last one, so... whoops, hang on, I need to actually see what I'm doing first. We got Regirock, Regice, and Registeel, Side A. Dream team of legendary Pokemon, and we're fighting them this time. They have items, I don't. That sounds normal. Oh, good, I'm getting the same guys that I had before. Fantastic. So we have Regirock. I could Protect on an Explosion, see if it uses that. I don't know if it'll use it first turn, but I'll try. You guys have Amnesia, and you have Curse, which is gross. Alright, well, we'll figure this out. I don't know. Yeah, people literally only breed Manaphy to get Fion, that's it. Don't even think Fion learns anything decent. Manaphy's 100% better. Oh boy. What was the point of even adding it then? Like, why... I guess, yeah, you're like, right, Dex Filler. But, I don't know, I would have felt better if it actually had purpose. The drop causes the Ripple, but the Ripple impacts the world. So if the Ripple is weak, it doesn't impact the world, even in... It even is in lore now a Dex Filler, yeah, if my headcanon is correct, so... Oh boy. Sorry, Fion, you just don't really have much purpose as it's, as we are seeing, so... Alright, so does it blow up turn 1? I'm gonna say it blows up turn 1, and I'm just gonna Protect on it, and then it's gonna blow up turn 2, just to spite me. But, I mean, I don't have a boost. I have a boosting move, it's Double Team, but I'm not gonna use that shit on the first turn. Okay, well, there goes that. So that's good. And now we gotta get Entei in here, so I can see if it can take care of Regice. You gotta be careful with this thing, though, because it has Counter as well as Amnesia, which is gross. So. But if I Fire Blast it, it should maybe take a couple and then take, maybe. We'll see. Oh, there's the Amnesia, so now it'll take like 3 to KO it, and I only have 3, so... You know, I could swagger it, I guess. Kind of like try to make it do dumb shit. I'm gonna do that, because I don't think I'm gonna use that on Registeel. This is silly, but I'm still gonna do it. Have that! Hurt yourself, damn it! There we go, good. Why does the simulation include legendaries? I mean, how likely am I going to be to face them? I'm not a protagonist. Well, we definitely won't be facing these legendaries, that's for sure, because, I mean, at this point, I would imagine Sniper took Entei, Raikou, and Suicune with him when he left the region, which he's, as far as I know, he's out of the region. And then, yeah, the Regis, we're not going to see. I mean, I guess we saw Ho in the last game, and Lugia's in this game, so... And in Battle CD 47 and 48, you do actually get to use those, or fight against them. But, yeah, not likely to happen. I guess they're just there to be like, hey, you can experience a simulation that uses legendaries, because there's no way you're going to experience that in real life. So, I don't know. Excuse me. They just code based on what we know about them. I mean, that's probably true. You know, I mean, we don't know everything, but there you go. Oh, right, you have Clear Body. You don't even have Pressure, so I was thinking you had Pressure because I'm a dumbass. So I still have 5 Fire Blasts to work with, and now I can just stomp it and it'll get KO'd. So, no big deal. Good job, Entei. You did good work. And this is basically what I needed you for, so... I mean, I guess Registeel as well, but we'll get there. I didn't want to rely on Fire Blast hitting a 4th time in a row. I almost never have that kind of luck, and a new Stomp would probably KO from 39. Regice doesn't really have that kind of physical defense. It has good physical defense, but it's not like base 200, like it's special defense, if I remember right. So... Okay, I'm okay with that, because I'll just send in Raikou to prevent this thing from, like, cursing and amnesiaing. Suicune, what do you have, anyway? 3 moves. Hydro Pump, Mirror Coat, Icy Wind, and Facade. So I'd have to rely on Hydro Pump hitting, or Thunder hitting. So I guess it doesn't matter either way. This Registeel isn't even going to KO Raikou, though, with Earthquake. What am I saying? It doesn't have that kind of attack. So, it should be okay. Okay, well, he's amnesiaing, so I guess we'll be a little less okay. Out-of-game reason to show players what these Pokemon look like in 3D. I mean, yeah, that's true, too. They're like, hey, we got all these cool sprites, so we'll use them. Give you an excuse to take a look at how they look against the older sprites that they have as well. So. Alright, this is more appropriate to my usual luck with Thunder and Hydro Pump and Fire Blast and all of that shit, so... I usually have exactly that luck with these moves, which is why I never use them, because they just... It says 70% accuracy, but I swear it's 70% each time, and apparently I rolled high on all 3 of those, so... That's great. Now I have to KO this thing with 2 Hydro Pumps because of Amnesia. So, and okay, this is over because I just... I keep missing! If you want to do this shit, I'm going to leave you behind, Battle CD 44. We're just going to move right on, because I don't feel like doing this shit. Over and over again. Yeah, I don't know about this. I might leave, honestly. I don't have time for your bullshit, Battle CD 44. I get the point. Basically, and here's the other thing, is that the other side is basically just going to be exactly what you're seeing here, which is me stalling with Registeel until they're out of power points. So, I don't even think I'm going to do that one, all honesty. So. You find one lore thing about the Regis to be kind of cool. Oh, and he toxic me. Fantastic. Each one represents an age of mankind, so Regice is the Ice Age, Regirock is the Stone Age, Registeel is the Iron Age, Regieleki is the Modern Age, and Regidraco is the Dark Ages. I don't even remember how I know what Regieleki and Regidraco are, or Draco? I don't know. But they're the ones that were introduced in the DLC for Sword and Shield, right? I forget. I'm gonna use my last Hydro Pump, and then I'm going to give in because this battle is just a stall fest, and I don't feel like doing it anymore. I literally don't have time for this shit. We'll do the puzzles, and we'll try the other one, and then we'll do the last 3. So how about that? Get a crit, Suicune. Put me out of my misery. God damn it. Nope, this is over. Fuck this shit, I'm out. You get the point, though, right? Like, this is what this CD is. And then it's also what the flip side would be. It's literally just stalling with Registeel until they faint, and I'm not willing to sit here for 20 minutes and do that, so. Those are the Galar Golems? Okay, gotcha. You knew that about the original 3, but not the recent ones. Yeah, that's actually a fair point. I didn't know that the recent ones had, like, a, you know, all of that, like, that kind of lore to them, so. Yeah, I could get advice on that one, but the get advice would be, hey, get a crit on Registeel. And we were already here for that battle CD, so we're not going to do that. But yeah, so that's the point. 44 and 45 are just, can you get through stall? And can you stall long enough for your opponent to run out of power points? And you can KO them with Toxic. So, no, I am not willing to do that. Fuck off. Madcap, Magikarp. We'll do all the puzzle ones, though. Those ones are usually a little bit less of a headache to do. I mean, they can get convoluted like that slacking one. This one looks a little convoluted by itself, but let's see what the moves are first. And, you know, the other battle CDs that are flip-sided we might not be able to do as well, but whatever, we'll see. Mind Reader, Fissure, and Baton Pass. Okay, so Mind Reader, I'm going to have to Baton Pass that to somebody. You have Sheer Cold. You have Mind Reader and Mimic. Interesting. Splash, splash, splash. 5 turn limit. Okay. Okay, so switch you out the first turn, so Poliwhirl can mimic the Fissure on the second turn that Smeargle's gonna do, because you're faster than the... Oh no, you're not faster than the Poliwrath. Oh wait, then how do I do this? Does Mimic have negative priority? I don't think it does it? I'm gonna find out right now. Because I need to give Poliwhirl Fissure in order to beat this one, and then I need to pass a Mind Reader to Spheal so I can Sheer Cold. And then we'll go from there. Because we only got the one-hit KO moves. And that's it. So yes, apologies if anyone wanted to see me beat all 50 battle CDs. I just... You know, if I had no surgery to go to later this week, then I would have probably sat there and waited. Even though it frustrates me. I would have just, you know, been like, okay, I guess we're going to be here for the next hour waiting for Registeel to die. But, yeah. It just, you know, not my cup of tea. Especially when I've got today, and that's it. This isn't worth it, to be honest. These puzzles are factoring in luck too much. I mean, I like the ones, like, from 1 to 32. Those are fine. It's just when it's like, yeah, you have to get a crit on Registeel because it has Curse and Amnesia. It's like, no, just fuck off. I don't want to play stall. Just leave me alone. Alright, so Smeargle, you can't KO any of them except for this Magikarp right here. So you switch. Yeah, when I lost Entei, I did. I basically lost, yeah. I probably should have kept it so I could... And you know what the thing is, too, though, is that if I would have hit my Thunders with Raikou, I would have been fine, because it didn't even Amnesia then, because it was trying to use a super effective move. It was using Earthquake. So, I would have been fine. But I'm not going to do it, because even though I know I could finish that one, I don't want to play the flip side, because it's literally just stall with Regirock, stall with... Well, actually, it's not stall with Regirock. It's kill Entei and Raikou with Regirock, and then stall with Registeel until Suicune falls over dead. So, yeah. Alright, so... Can I Mind Reader first, then Mimic? I'm gonna try this first, just to see if I go... Okay, I went first, so I don't want to do that. No, because I could just use Mimic again next turn, so that's fine. Because I'll go before Smeargle, I'll Mimic Fissure, and then I can Mind Reader Fissure, and then we've still hit the 5-turn limit. Okay, so we're fine. We're fine. I know how to do it, I just... wish it wasn't Poliwhirl, I wish it was Poliwag, because then I would be slower than the Smeargle, and this would work in 4 turns, but, you know. Alright, so I need to Mind Reader the 49 one, because Spheal is 49, so it can KO this Magikarp, and Poliwhirl is 50, so it can KO the 50 Magikarp, because these moves don't work if your opponent is a higher level than you, so I have to make Poliwhirl KO the 51 specifically. So. But there we go, we got Fissure. Yeah, time to ask Google if Mimic has negative priority. It didn't, as it turns out, but it's okay. This is still doable. I just had to waste time. Too many die rolls when you lost. Welcome to Fire Emblem, yes. Oh boy, not my cup of tea when it's all those dice rolls. Alright, so now we Mind Reader this one. Now, Baton Pass, actually, I knew this before this. I don't know why I knew this, but I did know this before. Baton Pass actually passes Mind Reader to the next Pokemon down the chain. So if you want to use Sheer Cold in this case, Smeargle is going to pass the Mind Reader for the level 49 Magikarp specifically to Spheal. So then it can just use Sheer Cold and hit it 100% of the time. I don't know why I knew this. Maybe I did this CD before this, and that's how I knew this. But it's kind of nifty, actually. It's handy, especially when they only give you 5 turns to KO these Pokemon, so as long as I hit the right targets here, we should be okay. And I did, I think. As long as that Magikarp is 50, yes it is. Okay, we're good. But yeah, that was the reason why I sent out Raikou originally after Entei fainted against the Registeel, was because I was like, okay, so it knows Earthquake. So if I send in Raikou, it won't Amnesia and Curse, it'll just try to Earthquake. Now, it Amnesia'd anyway, but if I had hit my first Thunder, Registeel would have fainted, and then it would have been fine. It's just that I didn't hit any of my Thunders, which would have made it easier for Suicune to clean up, and then I missed the Hydro Pump, and it was just like, okay, well, this is over because you got all your luck, so... Yeah, you can pass a Substitute as well, yep. So, it's actually not a bad idea either to have a Sub-Baton Pass. It's helpful because it lets something that's normally like pretty frail kind of get a good hit in if you have like something that's tankier and has a sub. So, or actually you don't want it to be tanky and have a sub because then they could break the sub. Maybe. I guess it depends on if they're switching out or not. So, you know what I mean. Okay, so Shedinja and Raticate is Battle CD 30. Find that winning combination. Oh no. I just gave you credit, Battle CDs 1 to 32. What do you mean, combination? Alright, Meditite, Medicham. Detect, Calm Mind, Meditate. So they're going to use those in order. So the first turn, I don't want to do anything with them. You're faster than Shedinja. So I could Mimic Endeavor. That wouldn't be bad, right? It's a 4-turn limit double battle, though, so I'm going to have to be a little careful with this. But yeah, if I Mimic Endeavor and then I Endeavor both of these guys... No, wait, I see what you're supposed to do, because these both have Pecha Berries, so Toxic is a trap, so we don't use that. Maybe. But basically, I want Shedinja to Mimic Endeavor, then I want to Endeavor these ones on turn 2 and turn 3, and then I want to use Sandstorm on turn 4, because that'll KO them from 1, because they'll be detecting, but it'll KO them. Okay, so this isn't as bad as it looked initially, it's just you gotta look at the moves and then figure out the correct order. Okay, it's fine, I got this. That one Excelblum video where he missed a 91% freeze and everything went wrong after that, that's a sign your game might not be designed the best. Well, it's just designed with RNG as a factor, and it's like, listen, can you just make the game more skill-based rather than having me rely on a factor of luck being the reason why I lose? Because that's, I don't care who you are, when you lose because of a factor of luck, that's frustrating. Okay? And it's not frustrating in a way like, I'll get better. You can't get better when it comes to a factor of luck. You just have to hope that RNG's is on your side. And that's not always the case. So. Yeah, that's why Smogon, probably in their right mind, said you can't pass evasion on Showdown, because they were like, no, this just turns into a luck fest. It's like, it's just over at that point. There's nothing you can do. Okay, so we Endeavor, even though they're going to detect it. That's fine. Excuse me. Well, we Mimic this, so we get to 1 HP with both of them. They just do whatever the fuck they're going to do on their next turns. It's fine. It doesn't matter what they do. And then we Sandstorm. Once we Endeavor them. You have Endeavor, though, so can I, like... Endeavor the both of you? And then just Sandstorm next turn? Yeah, I don't see why not. Okay, so you're Calm Minding. So maybe you'll detect... Well, no, because it's Calm Mind, then Meditate. So maybe you'll detect on the third turn just to spite my Shedinja, but I mean, if that's the case, the Sandstorm's still up, so what do I care, right? You're an RNG god, so no worries for you. Boy, I wish I could pass you the controller on that Registeel fight there, Lifeblood. You probably would have done much better than me. Oh, right, because Raticate has 115 HP. I'm dumb. That's my bad. Yeah, I guess I could, like, Toxic one of them and then Sandstorm the next turn. Because, like, Toxic is just going to use their Pecha Berry, so... Like, what do I care, right? We're just sitting here stalling with Raticate at this point. So. Can I, like, Endeavor myself? That would be kind of funny. I don't think it works like that, but it would be kind of funny. So that's why you need 4 turns, though, because Shedinja has to be the one to Endeavor properly. So. Okay, so now they're at 1, and they're not Rock, Ground, or Steel. So Sandstorm will KO them. And then we want to... I mean, they're going to protect this turn, so it doesn't really matter what I do. Just dig a hole, Raticate. It'll be fine. Dig a hole to get away from the Sandstorm, even though you'll still take damage from the Sandstorm, even though you're underground. I always thought that was kind of silly, actually. Like, if you're digging, why are you taking damage from something that's in the air, you know? Hell, they could probably even make it the same with Fly and just be like, no, you flew over the little localized storm that you just caused. So that way they don't have to program it all, like, crazily. But whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, we did it. 2 more to go, and then we do another bullshit one, and then we do the Sunny Day one, the Rain Dance one, and then the final CD. And then we can leave, finally. Watch, like, the Battle Bingo thing be, like, only, like, 10 minutes, and I was just like... I'm expecting it to take like 20 or 25, but it'll only be like 10 minutes now just to be like, nope, because you were planning for this to be 3.5 hours, now I'll throw you a bone. I hope so. Yeah, but that would make sense, man. Yeah, I know. It's true. Oh, it didn't take damage. Yeah, that's right, because the battle was over. Interesting. You know Game Freak can't have that because it would make sense. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if it was just because the battle was over and that was why it didn't take damage, because I think that's a Gen 3 battle mechanic thing again, like how you send out your Pokemon before the end of the turn in Gen 3 and then in Gen 4 they resolved that. So that might be another Gen 3 battle mechanic that's just helping me out. So. Battle CD 31, Donphan Doldrums. Being too tough can be a problem. Donphan's too tough? Oh my god. Yeah, well, that could be a reason. Then scroll rollout Earthquake Fury attack. Okay, so we need to Earthquake stuff because, like, this is weak to Earthquake, 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 this is not. So, and we have 2 turns to clear the whole field out. Okay. So, Starmie, you're going to Waterfall the Rhydon on the first turn because you're the fastest thing on the field. And then I just Earthquake whatever comes in unless it's Victory Bell. I mean, maybe Victory Bell even. Well, okay, so they're going to Protect. Aggron has Protect, and Victory Bell has Protect. So basically, I need to KO these as soon as they come in on the same turn. Because if they stay on the field, like if I KO 4 things on the first turn, which I don't think is possible, actually, I don't have enough double-hitting moves, these would just Protect, and then they would, you know, ruin my fun. So basically, we Waterfall, we Earthquake, and we find something else with Earthquake. So we can KO 4 things on a single turn. I mean, I guess you have Explosion, but you wouldn't KO Aggron with that, so... oh, you have Earthquake. Okay, so we'll just send Metagross into Earthquake, because it's faster than Donphan, right? 75, 55. Yeah, it's faster. So basically... Boy, I hope Aggron doesn't... or Victory Bell don't come in until later. Basically, I don't want to KO enough things to bring Aggron onto the field first turn. So. You know what I could do is I could soften up the Rhydon with Psychic, so it doesn't KO it. And then I could just Earthquake to take care of all of them. Then that'll bring these 2 on the field. Metagross can take care of the both of them with Earthquake, and then Donphan can take care of the both of them with Earthquake. So I think that's what we'll try, and we'll see if it works. Surf, switch out Donphan, then Surf, Earthquake. Do we have Surf and Earthquake and all that stuff? Let me check again. I mean, I could Waterfall. We don't have Surf, so if we had Surf, it would work, but we have Waterfall instead, so... But I think Waterfall's a trap, because I think if I use Waterfall, it'll KO the Rhydon. That'll bring out either Manectric or Magcargo, probably Manectric, and then Donphan will Earthquake and KO them. But the problem with that is that it will bring out either Aggron or Victory Bell along with Magcargo then, and those have Protect, so I wouldn't be able to clear it in the 2 turns that I have. So basically I need to not KO... I need to KO 2 things on the first turn and 4 things on the second turn. That's basically how it works. So. I just hope Victory Bell faints from 1 Earthquake. I mean, I know it's a Donphan, so it's probably pretty powerful, but... I don't know. Sometimes I wonder with this game. Not that the game is doing anything nefarious, it's just that, like, you'll almost KO, you know. But maybe they manipulated it so the Victory Bell would faint to it. I mean, I guess Donphan is pretty damn strong, so... We'll see what happens. You hope whoever made these CDs got a raise, because this is top-notch stuff. Yeah, they definitely were really thinking things through when it came to this stuff, so... Alright, so does Psychic KO the Rhydon? Let's find out. Surely not, right? Yeah. Okay. You know what I should have probably done, though? Because I don't know if this is going to KO Starmie. Let's find out. I know it's going to KO the Rhydon and the Magneton, but I don't know if it's going to KO Starmie. And if it doesn't, I'm kind of screwed, because then I can't KO 4 things in 1 turn. Okay, it does KO Starmie, that's fine. Then I don't have any worries about it KOing Victory Bell, actually, because it's okay. I know it'll KO now, because I just KO'd something on neutral, so... Right, so now we send in Metagross. It's faster than Donphan, so it'll Earthquake these 2 that are coming out now. Hitblog. I just saw his name. Oh my god. And then we KO our own Metagross while KOing the last 2 Pokemon that will appear on the field next turn. See, but this is what I mean, right? Is that these are, like... just a couple of turns where you have to really puzzle things out. And I mean, they give you a lot of traps that you could get stuck in, but it's not like turn after turn after turn of having to get things right and often relying on luck in order to get them right. So, yeah. I do got a mono-thonking, that's for sure. It's making my brain hurt. Not really, but... You know what makes my brain hurt? Registeel stalling me out because I missed 3 Thunders. And did I miss my first Hydro Pump too? I'm pretty sure I missed my first Hydro Pump now that I think about it as well. That's just great. Whatever, I'm over it. Let's go do the one with Latios and Latios so I can get completely brain-jacked. So. Yeah, I think I did miss my first Hydro Pump, but I mean, I guess it's whatever. I just, like I said, I just don't feel like doing all that shit. I would genuinely rather go back, like, finish this up and then go back to playing Stardew Valley to pull out fiber from the ground. Because I actually found out an interesting prospect on my own merits from playing Stardew Valley since yesterday. I'm not that far along just yet, but normally in Stardew Valley, when I forage for items, you can forage for items all over the place. You can pick them up all over the town during spring, summer, fall, and winter. Normally, I would just sell those wholesale. But you're not supposed to do that, because you can turn them into seeds, right? So you get one of each of the forageables for the season. You turn them into seeds. You get 10 seeds for turning one of each into these forageables. So often it's like 4 forageables for 10 seeds. You can plant the seeds to make more forageables if you want them. But actually what you want to do is you want to get the recipe from one of the townspeople for a tea sapling, and then if you get wood and fiber, you can make a tea sapling out of the seeds, and those sell for bank, dude! Like, they're way more than you could ever get out of forageables on their own. It's so much more expensive. Like, you get $500 per tea sapling. It's nuts! So, yeah, that was a nice little find. I did it all on my own, I'm so proud! So... The Laddie Twins one is stupid. They have Soul Dew on side A when you don't have them, but on side B, you don't get Soul Dew. So sure, why the fuck not? Just take away all my good things in life. Fantastic. Survive big booms. How will you take out the Shuckle? I did this one before, if I remember right. This one's a little convoluted, but I think we can do it. Okay, so If I remember right, Electrode explodes first turn, then Gengar explodes. It's a 5-turn limit double battle. We have to be able to take out Shedinja, but we can do that with Mimic. If I remember right, one of my guys has Mimic, and then one of my other guys has Shadow Ball. Or no, Shedinja has Shadow Ball, so I can just Mimic its own Shadow Ball and then KO it. The question that they posed, how will you take out the Shuckle, is the real question here, though, right? So, we will have to figure that one out. Let's see. But I think I protect with both of my Pokemon first turn, if I remember right. I'll know better once we do this one. I might have to do it twice, but I do remember this one. Basically, Aggron is the crux of your strategy for this one because it knows Mimic, so it can Mimic the Shadow Ball, but it also has enough HP and resistance to actually survive an explosion. And if I remember right, it has Counter, which is how you take out Shuckle, so it's kind of crazy. But we'll figure it out. Alright, Lifeblood, take it easy. Get some sleep, have a good night. I'll see you in the new year when we bring out a new game. I'm excited, actually, for the next game that we're playing. It's, I can't say it's really one of my favorites, necessarily, because I've only ever played it twice, and I've only ever beaten it once, and the once that I beat it was, like, a few months ago, so I could figure out, okay, how the fuck do I play this game? So, it's another GameCube project, so, but I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun for everybody. It'll, it's a little more action-focused than this. It's not another RPG. I usually try to do that where I alternate between action game or something other than an RPG and then an RPG. So. Do I want to have Alakazam? I mean, I could just have it faint from the explosion, and then I could get Aggron in here, and it could, like, counter when Gengar explodes. But it's a 5-turn limit battle. Let me think about that. I don't remember what turn Gengar blows up. That's the problem that I'm having right now. But I'm going to find out, and I might have to do it twice, like I said. So it's not Custom Robo. Oh, man, Custom Robo. Oh, boy. Cole has the most experience out of any of us with Custom Robo, so he'd be the one to talk to about that one. Maybe I mean, I thought about it, but I don't really know a whole lot about it, so maybe one of these days maybe like before the end of the marathon, I'll play it myself, and then I'll know what the hell I'm doing, so then I can, like, actually figure it out. So, you think it blows up on the second turn? If it does, then I did this wrong, basically, because what I want to do, basically, is have Aggron in for the second turn so that it can blow up. And it actually doesn't even matter what I use here, so like I guess I could trick the Silk Scarf off of it. But basically, Alakazam needs to faint, and then the Gengar needs to explode so I can counter the explosion with... oh, it doesn't explode this turn. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, basically, I need to get Aggron in here so it can counter the explosion and KO Shuckle. And I think I did it correctly, because this should, yeah, KO Alakazam. So I can bring Aggron in so that when Gengar explodes, I can take care of that whole mess with the Shuckle by countering an explosion. Aggron, you crazy. And then... I don't want to imprison yet, do I? And I don't have anything that could really... Imprison would really do anything for. So... I'm just going to protect, so I don't get Shadow Ball. And then we'll counter. And then next turn we'll Mimic the Shedinja. I guess it doesn't matter if Dusclops lives or dies, really, but... Yeah, basically I want to make sure that Aggron can take this, which it can. It'll counter and it'll knock out the Shuckle, because Shuckle will take Gengar's place in the battle, because Shedinja will stay there. And then the final turn is just us, final couple of turns is just us KOing the Shedinja by mimicking Shadow Ball, and then, well, Shadow Balling it, so. Yeah, so we counter. Like this. Goodbye, Shuckle. And then we Mimic next turn, and then we get Shadow Ball. I mean, I guess I just double protect, right? Like, but what do I care? I might get lucky. Hey, there we go. Cool. You're faster, so that's fine. So you can do that. I might even switch to Linoon next turn, because at this point, Dusclops isn't necessary. Just to keep as many of my Pokemon alive as I can. Okay, so Aggron got Shadow Ball. That would probably be pretty good coverage, actually, for Aggron, now that I think about it. I mean, it can hit Psychics okay, but it can't hit them super effectively with any of its stuff, if I remember right. So. It doesn't get Bug Ghost or Dark-type moves. Not that the Dark-type moves would do it that much good, but, you know. Good work, Linoon. Now we KO you. Goodbye. Shadow Ball wouldn't be good coverage, though, for it. Gen 4 and on, obviously, because of the physical special split, but, you know. This is the generation where all of the hard-hitting physical attackers tried to use Shadow Ball. Yeah, exactly. That mean look would have been ugly. Oh, man. I mean, I could have used it, I guess, but... just to be silly, right? Because, I mean, at that point, it's like, okay, if Dusclops faints, I'm just sending in Linoon. So... because I've already mimicked Shadow Ball at that point, so it doesn't matter. Alright, I think I'm going to save it, because we haven't done that in a little while, so... but yeah, like, we still have 10 Shadow Pokemon to purify, so I still got to go do that. There's a couple of little side things I want to do, but those will only take, like, 5-10 minutes. We got one panel, and then we can go from there, but we still have a few CDs to do here. So... I will do my best, but I won't be guaranteeing anything. This is the last one we're going to do, Operation Zero, Battle Against Mew. It's actually pretty interesting, though, because of how they structure it, but I'll show it to you. The Ultimate, Latios and Latios Side A, they both hold Soul Dew. I'll bet you the description for 48 is, we took your Soul Dew, jackass, good luck. But you get Lugia and Ho-Oh, so I guess that's kind of cool. You get Protect, so I guess there's that. Helping Hand, Safeguard, Recover, T-Bolt, Psychic, Dragon Claw, Protect, Memento. Ugh. Alright, well, I definitely want to Icy Wind to make sure that they're not faster than Ho-Oh, because Ho-Oh has 143 speed, so if I can Icy Wind them and lower their speed, that would be pretty good. And then we just take out Latios, because it's the bigger threat of the two, and then we just take out Latios if it doesn't stall with Recover. And I think we'll be okay. If it doesn't Safeguard, that would be nice too, but if it gets to the point where like it loses Safeguard, I'll just try to Sacred Fire burn it. We'll see how it goes. I can even Ice Beam it with Lugia. So. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the Relic Forest for the Shadow Dragonite purification, because I think it's poetic. We started there, that was where we purified our first Pokemon in Coliseum, so why not end it there too, you know? So. And I have to leave the lab anyway in order to go do a couple of the little side things that I was talking about, so we'll go back to the lab first. We'll do the 9 purifications there. Then we'll go to the Relic Forest to purify Dragonite. I'll put it in the PC. I'll get Salamence back out ready for the final battle. Then, after that, we'll go do the couple of little side things that I want to do. And then we'll go to Gateon Port, because we have to go back to Citydark Isle to trigger the secret ending when we do the final battle. That's the plan. Alright, I know how to do this side, at the very least. Well, let's see what happens. I almost had to, like, I almost jumped a little bit when Ho-Oh came out of the ball because the wing was, like, right on the camera, so it almost made my eyes hurt a little bit. Kind of weird, but it's kind of funny, too. I want to protect the first turn so I don't get blasted, because I probably would get blasted the first turn. Please both be on Ho-Oh, thank you. There's 1. There's 2. There's 2. Good. Good protect. Lugia, be support. Okay, we hit that one, so speed drops for you. But you're not the important one. You're the important one, and we hit with that one too. So this should be okay now. Once we get their speed down by 1 stage, it's usually okay from there. I'm going to Ice Beam, because I think it might do more than the other thing. So Reflect is completely useless in this battle, though, because nobody on their side even gets that stuff, do they? Physical moves, that is. That did, like, nothing. Oh my lord. Soul Dew, that's why it did nothing. Soul Dew is special attack and special defense, isn't it? I forget, but I think that's how it is. Of course, now Ho-Oh's dead, because the combination of Psychic and Thunderbolt will most likely... yeah, with that, yeah, it will most likely KO it, which is unfortunate, but I can, you know... Yeah, Dragon's still special in this... oh my god, I lived. That's fantastic. Yeah, Dragon's still special in this generation, so that actually kind of helps us a little bit. You're faster than everybody else, including Ho-Oh, so let me just do this, because Ho-Oh can Aerial Ace Latios and faint it, so... or I could protect this turn, because they're obviously going to go after Ho-Oh. So I could, like... Okay, so here, we'll do this. We'll Ice Beam the Latios to death, and then I'll protect this turn, so I have a turn to actually wail on Latios after this. How about that? Yeah, Reflect is a trap, yep. Yeah, I think Soldu is plus... It, like, doubles their special attack and special defense or something like that, but I forget exactly. It's pretty busted as an item, so I don't know. Okay, well, they weren't even going after Polo, so I guess that wasn't as useful. It was a little unfortunate, but that's okay. Okay, but Aeroblast, because it's a physical move in this one, will be better than Ice Beam. So I guess I should have just been using Aeroblast to begin with, shouldn't I? The 95% accuracy always spooks me, though. Ooh, nice hit, Lugia. Good lord. That'll work. It is. It's double special attack and defense. It's why Soldu keeps getting banned. Yeah. It's just too strong. All right, well, we did that side, but don't sleep on your, rest on your laurels there. The other side is hard. It's... So, yeah, with the Latios or Latios with Soldu, yeah, that gets banned, that combination. Alright, so here's how the next side's gonna go. I'm gonna get Icy Winded the first turn. And then, after that, I got nothing. So we'll try it, and we'll see how it goes. And then after that, I'm just gonna say, nope, we're just gonna move on to the last three. Alright, neither holds Soldu. Good luck! And they took away my items, and they gave them items, a Sharp Beak and a Charcoal. Thanks! That's just great. Alright, so the play first turn is probably Safeguard, Protect. And the reason why I Safeguard is because I don't mind Latios getting Icy Winded because I can Helping Hand. And Protects because I don't want Latios to get anything problematic happening. Oh, you gave it Thunder Wave even? What the hell? Why didn't I have that? I mean, I wouldn't have used it because I did the battle exactly the way I think it was supposed to be done, minus using Ice Beam, but, Yeah, the other side's a bitch. First turn, you get hit with Icy Wind, then pick a god and pray after. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. These CDs are stupid. Well, here's the thing, right? So we didn't do 44 and 45, so that's 2 that are down. And then 48 may be the last one that we don't get done with. So that's only 3. And if we don't end up... If for some reason 49 and 50 give me trouble, I mean, that's 45 out of 50 CDs done. That's not bad. That's like a 95% of them, so... I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a 95. I ain't that kind of a perfectionist. I haven't been that kind of perfectionist since I was in, like, 6th grade, and my hubris hit me like a freight train. So, alright, Safeguard to prevent Sacred Fire burns, Protect because I am scared. Yeah, 90%, that's it. Yeah, my math was incorrect. That's my bad. But yeah, 45 out of 50 is 90 out of 100. Yep. So it's pretty good. Still better than, I'm still not enough of a perfectionist to say, oh, 90%, I need to do better than that. No, I don't give a shit. It's fine. Alright, so Protect was not the play the first turn because they hit Latios instead. It's good to know because I might need to figure that out for later. We need to KO Ho-Oh. That's the important part here. Whether or not Latios will actually be able to do that is the question, but, we'll figure it out. I'm going to Psychic. And Thunderbolt, and we know that won't KO the both of them because it didn't last time when they had Soldu, so... That's helpful, actually, though. Excuse me. Ow! Okay, well, I think that's it. I think we lose. Because, yeah, you can't lose either one of them until one of the other ones goes down, basically, so... Yeah. Not very good. Not very good. Did Latios have Protect? I didn't see if it did. I guess I could, like, recover on the next turn, but yeah, Latios won't last through this round, so good luck. No, maybe I could just Thunderbolt the first turn, like Thunderbolt and Psychic, and then just take whatever hits I take, and then we can go from there. Alright, so I'll give it a shot that way. We'll just go full offense and see if we can knock out the Ho-Oh on turn 2. Because if we can do that, then it's just the Lugia. I almost keep saying Latios. Then it's just the Lugia. And we can go from there. Yeah, no, it has Helping Hand, Recover, Safeguard, and T-Bolt. Yep, there you go. I wasn't thinking. That's my bad. Hey, Piece of Yoshi, how you doing? Welcome. You can run from your problems again thanks to Night Mokoi. Nice, nice. That'll help with the tray freeze. So that's a good sign. Good to hear. Excuse me. Yeah, so they'll try to reduce our speed first, which is fine. So basically, like, I think the play is T-Bolt Psychic, then Helping Hand Psychic, because Latias might faint otherwise. And then we just can try to KO Lugia? I don't know. I'm going to try it, and we'll see. Love how your boyfriend is sick, almost bedridden for a little bit, and the one thing that he asks you to do is check the queue times for 14 login. That's funny. It's like, I need to get on the game. Please check so I can figure out whether I'm getting out of bed today. That's pretty funny. Alright, round 2 fight. We'll do this time and next time, and if it don't work, then this will be 3 CDs that we won't have finished because I don't feel like dealing with stall. And this one. Alright, so we T-Bolt the Ho-Oh because we gotta get rid of the Ho-Oh. And then we Psychic the Ho-Oh because we gotta get rid of the Ho-Oh. He's such a dork. Oh, it's okay. That's what you like about him, right? So, it's okay. Yeah, this will do good damage after the whole thing, so not bad, not bad. We'll get Arrow Blasted and... Oh, we didn't get Icy Winded this turn. That's a little strange, right? Huh. Didn't reduce my speed. It's weird. Maybe they realized I was going to try to double team the Ho-Oh and they... Why did they spread the damage out? That's odd. I'm confused. I still have speed. This isn't supposed to happen. That Memento is looking at me funny. I might use that on Lugia once we get rid of Ho-Oh. Because T-Bolt will get rid of it, so... Yeah, Aeroblast hurt, but it was an Icy Wind, which actually helps a little bit, because that means I can still go first. I don't know, this might be the run. We'll see. Oh, fuck, I didn't KO it. I should have just Dragon Clawed and done... Because now they're gonna... Okay. This might be the run, and then I fuck it up turn 2. I was thinking Thunderbolt was gonna KO. That's my bad. Because now they're faster than me. So... Yeah, weird, but you know what? Roll with it. There you go. I will roll with it and die. We'll do it one more time and we'll see what happens. I'm alive, but I will die next turn, so... Yeah, I guess we Helping Hand. Because I'm not going to get to do anything else, so... But basically this is an L because... I think what needs to happen is you need to get rid of Ho-Oh first. And then after that you need to have... Kind of have Latias stall Lugia out. Not stall so much, but use Recover effectively. So... So that way you don't get outsped and stuff. Ow. Alright, we'll do one more. We'll give it one more shot. And then if it don't work, then it don't work. That's fine. Like I said, I would stay here and do the ones that I'm not doing if I didn't have to go to surgery on Thursday, but I need to get the game done today. And I have so much still left to do that I just can't sit here and do this the whole time. Yeah, and I lose if Icy Wind lands, period. Well, maybe I lose if Icy Wind lands. We do need to get all the damage off that we got off on the first turn, but I think what I can do is if I... Because if I Helping Hand... the second Psychic, I can KO Ho-Oh with the Helping Handed Psychic if Icy Wind hits both of us the first turn. We'll take damage then, but then I can Memento the Lugia so it does less damage to Latias, and I can kind of stall with Recover. Maybe. Maybe. That's the only thing I can think that might work. So. But basically we need to just do as much as we can to the Ho-Oh first turn. And then, I mean, if Icy Wind misses either one of my Pokemon, then I have an advantage, because then I can go first and I can knock things out, but it's a bit of a mess, really. So. Alright, so we did up to 179, so that's almost 75 damage, so we'll do almost 150, so it'll do enough to KO Ho-Oh next turn with my Helping Handed Psychic. So. They said, we fucked up, we can't let you get away with that, and then killed you. Yeah, because I also fucked up, because I was like, oh no, I'll KO with Thunderbolt, it's super effective. No, that is not how this game works. Okay, so we'll Helping Hand. And Latios might faint, but I think if Latios faints, it's over. Because Latios can't finish Lugia off before Lugia finishes Latios off. Like, there's no possible way that that works, so... Big Owl, but I think I'm okay. Unless I get double teamed this turn, which is a distinct possibility. Yep, okay, so that's over, basically. Because Latios can't KO both of them, Latios can't even KO Ho-Oh, so I guess that's it. So you have to hope that if they Icy win the first turn, they spread the damage out second turn. Otherwise, you lose, so. If they double team you the second turn, you lose. That's the gist of it. And I mean, I guess I could have, like, protected and then recovered and then Helping Hand Psychic the next turn, but, like... Nah. It's fine. CD is a wall. You have never beaten it. The RNG does not like you. This game does not make it clear what conditions grant you a first turn in battle, and it's fucking infuriating. Well, thankfully... Oh, if you're talking about SMT5, I don't really know the conditions there. In this game, they do let you see the speed of your opponent, so that, and the CDs specifically. So that helps a little bit. But yeah, if you're talking about SMT5, I can't help you. So all right, so from legendary Pokemon to legendary Pokemon, can you beat this combination? Let's see. This is the Sunny Day CD. So if you win this one, you get the TM for Sunny Day. And it relies on you hitting a Sleep Powder on Groudon. So that's fun. Thankfully, we have Chlorophyll, so we'll at least go first. And I think I want to protect first turn with Ninjask, and then I can kind of like Silver Wind Shiftry once the Groudon is kind of a little more taken care of, because I don't want to get Ancient Powered, that's the point, and then we can kind of go from there. So we'll try this one. This one's a little tamer, though, than the Latios one. It's, I've done this one before, and I mean, I did it when I was a teenager, so it's probably not terrible. Watch me get destroyed here just because I said that. So... Alright, Sim Trainer Corbin, let's see what you've got. Is that the one that I beat in the first episode? Like when the simulation was Salamence versus Metagross? Because the name sounds familiar. Maybe it just sounds familiar because I've done this CD before, but I could swear that was it. I'd have to go back and look. And I already am strapped for time today, so I don't think I'm going to go back and look. So... Alright, so that gives us Chlorophyll. That does make Shiftry go first, but... Or not first, but it'll probably go second because it's a little slower than Jumpluff, if I recall correctly. But then we can take care of Shiftry second turn or third turn once Groudon is out of commission. Okay, good. That was on Ninjask, so good. It was actually first because of priority, but I got my Sleep Powder, so that's awesome. It'll make it a lot easier to take out Groudon. I'm probably going to take out Shiftry first, though, because now it's guaranteed one turn of sleep, basically. So I can Aerial Ace the Shiftry, and I can Silver Wind the Shiftry, and then it faints. Although, Silver Wind is Stab, so it might just KO it by itself. Ninjask's attack isn't that low, so maybe I'll try it. Let's see what happens. You gotta be fucking kidding me. How did you do that? I thought you were guaranteed one turn of sleep. That's not how that works. Well, I'm gonna do it again. You wanna see me do it again? Goodbye, Shiftry. You always forget the saying, talk shit, get hit. Yeah, that's true. I definitely do. I definitely do forget that one. Alright, I'm protecting this turn. Fuck you. Like, when you attack it, you go second, but just ramming into it makes you go first. Sometimes. The game does not tell you anything, and it's kind of annoying, oh my lord. Yeah, I don't know then. That's a little weird. If you attack it, you go second, but just ramming into it makes you go first sometimes? That's odd. That's not normal at all. Like, normally the series is a little bit more, like, transparency when it comes to that sort of stuff, but I want to sub. I don't feel like getting Ancient Powered today, so we'll sub up and then we'll Silver Wind and Shadow Ball and all that other shit. Sounds like Atlas logic, though. Well, but even in, like, the older Personas, like in Persona 3 and 4, like, you can whack them and they won't... You woke up again! How do you keep doing that? Ow. I lived on 1. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. It's fine. But, yeah, even in the older Persona games, like, you would basically, you would have to hit them from the back, and then that would guarantee your first strike. If you hit them in the field, you wouldn't guarantee yourself a first strike, but if you hit them from the back, you do. So, but it sounds like you're not having any luck with that piece of Yoshi, so that's not good. Yeah, lived on 1. Thank you, Jump Luff, for being just tanky enough. I usually don't like you very much, but it works here, so... Excuse me. You'd think I had a focus sash. Alright, well anyway, that takes care of that. Groudon... Are we sure Groudon's hidden ability... Like, it didn't have 2 abilities in that battle, right? Like, it had Drought and Early Bird at the same time, because that looked like Drought and Early Bird at the same time to me. But you get TM11 Sunny Day for beating that one, so there you go. I thought that Groudon just did not want to stay asleep. He was like, nope, the sun's out and I'm awake. Fuck you. Legendary Pokemon Combination Challenge 2. Can you beat this combination? We have a Quagsire, and we have a Lantern, and this is the Rain Dance battle, so you have to, you know, deal with Rain Dance and Thunder. Although, Thunder can't actually work in this one, because we have Volt Absorb, if I remember correctly, and we have a Ground type, so that works pretty good. You guys have Protect, which I'm a little spooked at, but, I don't know, we'll figure it out. I'm definitely Protect Earthquaking the first turn, though. So let's see how that works, and then we'll go from there. But this is the second to last CD we're doing today, so... And then we'll go do the Mew one. And I think I know how to do the Mew one. If I remember correctly, it's very interesting, the Mew one, because they give you a whole ton of Pokemon to work with, so it seems kind of free form. But you have to, just basically your only goal is to KO the Mew, and it can KO you with 1 hit of any of its moves, so... Because, well, it's a Mew, so of course it has perfect coverage. Dibbit instead of Divil, yeah. It's too bad this isn't the last battle CD that I'm bullying, but... Then again, I just got bullied by a couple of them, so... You know. And you died to Jetayu again, Pain. Oh, that's no good. Sorry to hear that. F in the chat for that one. Now, headcanon for that is the sunlight being so bright it made it wake up almost immediately every time. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I could see that being a thing. So. Alright, we protect an Earthquake. And then I guess we use Thunder and something else. So. Ow. That one hurt a little, and this will not KO either of you because, I mean, it's a Kyogre, so of course not, and... Well, it's a Kingdra, so no, it won't KO you either. It's alright, Quagsire, you did okay. Ish. I can get rid of Kyogre this turn, though, because I can just have Lantern... Oh, I can protect this turn, so that's fine. I can just have Lantern Thunder it, and it'll get knocked out now. I don't think Thunder would have KO'd last turn, though. Like, I don't think it'll one-shot it, so... Is that on Quagsire too? Nice! Yes, good protect. So now we'll get rid of Kyogre, I think. Yep, okay, good. I mean, it's Thunder and it's Stab and it's super effective, so... And it wasn't at full health, so I think we're fine with that, but... Alright, now... I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get to even go with Quagsire, so I'm just gonna Amnesia, and then just spam Thunder a couple of times and hope it works. Okay, well, yep, there we go. That's fine. Because 2 Thunders should... I mean, 1 Thunder might KO, but 2 Thunders will definitely KO this Kingdra. It's not super effective, but it's a powerful move, and I have Stab, so okay, that's fine. And just do it again. This is probably your most powerful move in the rain anyway, even though it's not very effective. That didn't look not very effective, game. But I am glad it wasn't Ice Beam, because knowing me, I'd get frozen. And I'm also glad it's not Dragon Breath, because knowing me, I'd get Parrot, and then full Parrot, and then try to protect and still get full Parrot, and then end up dying. So, We beat her. We beat Divot. So now we got Rain Dance, and then we can go do the Mew Disc, and that's it. Battle CD's complete. Ish. Complete-ish. We did 47 out of 50, which is a 94. So I will take that. And there you go. TM18, which is Rain Dance. TM19 is... I don't remember. I thought it was TM19, but... yeah, it's not TM19, it's TM18. TM19 is Giga Drain. Okay, there you go. So, alright, one left. Let's do it, and then I'll sell off all my hard-earned booty, and then we'll leave. Operation Zero, a battle against Mew. And in order to beat Mew, they give you the entire line of Eevee evolutions. All at level 30, while Mew is level 50 with a Chesto Berry. So it's a little bit RNG, because you gotta make sure that it doesn't rest, but I think I know how to do this one. Basically, I think if I remember, a Vaporeon faints first, so you want to have it Helping Hand to bite, and then you want to try to paralyze with T-Wave, and then you want to Helping Hand the Shadow Ball, and then you want to just have these two kind of stall out as best as they can and knock it out, because they both have bite, so. Let's give it a shot, shall we? It's a Hydro Pump. It's supposed to look powerful. Yeah, it looks powerful and it hurts like hell, especially because it's in the rain, so. Apparently, these are the ties that binds, because the final trainer is named Binds. That's cool. Whatever floats your boat simulation. One of these days, your AI learning, your machine learning, will figure out a way to name these characters in a way that doesn't look like an AI naming a person. Then again, that's just the Origin naming system in a nutshell. It looks like an AI named them all. Because most of the time it's just random letters and numbers that vaguely look like they could sound out a name. So. Okay, Mew, let's do this. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this before this. You'll hear the crowd cheering there. But did you hear how the crowd sounded when Mew came out? It was different. They actually cheer a little louder for legendary Pokemon. I didn't know that until, like, not very long ago, and I just basically learned it, and I think it's pretty interesting. Something that you wouldn't normally see, because when you go to Railgam Tower and Coliseum, you don't have any legendaries, so you really only see it in this one. But there you go. Oh, he KO'd Eevee first. Okay, well, I guess there goes my plan. I guess I Helping Hand first turn. But I need to paralyze it, basically. That's the important part here, so we're going to do that. And then Jolteon will faint immediately next turn, but, you know. Tail Whip, so Shadow Ball does more damage? Oh, Jolteon went first. Nice. The speed drop won't happen until next turn, unfortunately, but it's there at least. So. I got Synchronized Paralyzed, so you're pretty much useless now, Jolteon, but that's okay. Who's this on? Okay, it's on Jolteon. So now what I'm going to want to do next turn, because it's paralyzed, is I'm going to want to Helping Hand a Shadow Ball for Flareon. And then from there, I guess we just have Espeon and Umbreon stall it out as best as we can and hope that it doesn't rest, because that would be bad. The game heard your plan and decided to put an end to it. That is probably true. It's pretty much exactly what happened, so. Alright, so we Shadow Ball, we Helping Hand, and we hope that Flareon doesn't faint, because Shadow Ball is really nice for this section, especially at a -1 defense, so. Seeing them die sucks, like, it's legitimately sad. It is. Just watching them all, like, try to cling to life and then just, it just goes out. They're just like, it just doesn't work. It is, it's sad, though. Okay, goodbye, Flareon. Vaporeon, you're gonna be the support mage here. You're gonna be the cleric for a little while. Who do I bring in next? So Umbreon will get Brick Broken. I mean, I guess I could put up substitutes and stuff while I, like, try to get it painted. But really what you need to have happen is you need to have Flareon do as much damage as it can there and try to have Eevee get a bite off to get some good damage, too. But whatever. We'll figure it out. Or we won't, and I'll just say, nope, I'm moving on. Okay, so... Parafusion is a thing. I'll try that one. How about that? And I guess we just bite now because it's super effective, and I can Parafusion flinch it. There you go. I'll Parafusion flinch it to death. If you don't want me to do this with legitimate strats, I will be vindictive. How about that? Watch it, like, break through all of those layers that I just stacked on it. Okay, never mind. That works. Somewhat. Your bite will do more damage, right? Because it's stab, so I'm going to helping hand it and see how much it does. I mean, I would imagine it does more than just the 2. But maybe using 2 of them would have been better, because then it gives 2 layers of potential flinch. I don't really know how that interacts. So. Alright, let's see another one. Okay, Brick Break. So that's obviously going to be on Umbreon. It's unfortunate I can't get the original duo to beat this battle then, but hey, whatever. Probably should have subbed up, to be honest with you, because then I wouldn't have gotten Brick Broken and I could confuse it again. Oh well. How about you both bite this turn, and then I'll, like, helping hand bite next turn, because one of you will probably live, maybe, to see the other side. It did 21, so yeah, I wouldn't have quite KO'd with a helping hand. It would have done, like, 30-something, so... Alright, now don't you dare break through all this and rest. Thank you. Alright, here we go. We finished the battle. Very good. Helping hand that bite, and off we go. So yeah, it's not the original duo from Colosseum, but apparently Mew didn't really give a shit about Vaporeon this time. It has Thunderbolt, by the way. That's its other move, so besides Rest, it's Thunderbolt, Brick Break, Psychic Rest, but didn't use it, so oh well. The stupid Jetayu wonders why you come back when you're level 45 and absolutely beat the shit out of it with Magatsuhi. Fully also, like, what is it with Atlas games having really slow or annoying beginnings? Play Etrian Odyssey. Oh, boy. I don't know, Nocturne's beginning was pretty hectic, though, all things considered. But then again, I keep telling you to play Nocturne, and I don't know if I'm making any headway with that, so... I mean, Nocturne's beginning... basically was like the end of most RPGs, and then they were like, hey, here's the aftermath, deal with it. So. Ooh, and we get a Sacred Ash for beating that CD. That revives your entire party one time. Pretty powerful, actually. I don't think it sells for much either, but it's a nice trophy for beating that one, so. Yeah, it's pretty good. You fully expected it to break through it and hit you. Oh yeah, for sure, Conquer. My luck is usually that bad, so I wouldn't have been shocked. So, alright. What do I sell here? I guess I keep the Max Revive because I don't have any more of them, right? So, I think I have a White Herb, though, so I think I could... Well, you know what? I'll just stick it in the PC. It's fine. So, I guess I'm not selling... Oh, no, I've got Pokeballs that I can sell. Never mind. I can just sell that part of my hard-earned booty. Go back here, sell these Ultra Balls, don't need them anymore, not catching anything else in the Ore region. And if I am, it's going to be a Trap Inch, and I'm going to catch it in those last 10 Pokeballs, trust me. So, and then I'll have one of everything, but I used the Trap Inch in the last game, so I don't have to. To be honest, Nocturne's on your list, but it's kind of low on your list. You got a bunch of other games to play. And I mean, that's fair. You've got I've got a laundry list of things to do myself, so that's why I keep having to put off other stuff like... I keep having to, unfortunately, put off Nitro's suggestion for GTA San Andreas. I'm putting off Danganronpa at the moment because I don't think I'm far enough away from Cole to prevent him from killing me when I play it. Because he literally said, if you play Danganronpa, I will kill you. That's I don't think he's actually being serious, but that's what he told me. So, I'm putting that off for now. Shadowbringers will probably do before I finish all of my GameCube projects because of logistical reasons, like I said before. The longer we wait to do that, the further away from me and Cole are going to get, so it'll be harder for the both of us to do it. And his character is pretty integral to the story of that one, so I'll probably do that before the GameCube projects are over. So, Atelier Selfie, 5D Chess, Trails in the Sky First Chapter, Moonlighter, Shining Pearls Postgame. Maybe playing this game on hard without your level 99 squad wasn't a good idea. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, that could be a problem. What is one panel mode? Explain this to me so I can try it. The extremely challenging, aka extremely RNG heavy, one panel mode. But it plays like a roguelite, so like I said, I think it plays like a roguelite, so we're gonna try it. You're doing Shadowbringers now? Why is the start of the story so slow? It's shrug. Mono shrug, there you go. I gotta make that an emote now, Mono Shrug. Because I think it would go nice as a compliment to Mono Thonking. You've had it happen to you multiple times over the years, so you're not too shocked when something breaks through Parafusion, yeah. Yeah, basically take that Conquer and then make it into like a monochromium face. So like instead of having the little parentheses and the Japanese symbol in the middle, it would just be my face. I gotta do that one of these times now, just a little marble. So, Alright, so in standard mode, you can flip over any panel that's next to any flipped over panel. In one panel, you can only move to a panel next to the last panel that's been flipped over. It's a game over if you can't move. You earn more Poke Coupons than in standard mode. Maybe I misunderstood what this is then, because that's not what I thought it would be. I thought they would mix up the cards, but maybe that's not how it works. So, well, let's give it a shot then anyway. Let's do the Houndoom card. Let's see. How do I do one panel? Do I pick after this? All the oh, that's, okay, so it is. All the panels on a cleared card will be shuffled. And then you can play one panel mode with that. And as you can see, it does increase the bingo coupons significantly. If you do this one on one panel mode and you only use 3 Pokemon, you're gonna get 4,000 something Poke Coupons. So that's cool. I just was kind of thinking that, like, the question marks would be still the question marks, but all of them would be question marks, and that would be kind of interesting, but... Okay, so chat, where do I start? Pick the panel, and I will start at it, and then we'll move from there. So... This is what you get for saying, why not use new demons? What can go wrong? Can't use Mermaid, can't use Lean on Sheet Medea. Was stuck with Angel, who you now blame for everything in this LP that goes wrong, even though you fused him. Don't even have Medea now. Oh, don't even have Medea, that's no good. That's a death sentence in a SMT game. Would have fallen asleep if you weren't playing it and talking to your boyfriend. We aren't even past the level 60 quests. Oh my lord. 70, yeah. Number 8, left to right and up to down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one, Conquer, second row, fourth... yeah, second row, fourth column. Is that what you're saying, Conquer? I'll go with that one, if that's what you're saying. But I like that they shuffle these once you've cleared them. Yes, that is it. Okay, we'll try this one. But yeah, I like that they shuffle these when you clear them, because it means that you'll end up using stuff that you wouldn't normally use. So it kind of makes it a little bit more interesting. So, oh, I got Chimecho again. Great. I wanted Xatu, man. You know what? I'm gonna KO Chimecho. This is a terrible idea, but I'm gonna do it because I want Xatu instead. But we're just gonna use whatever we get. It's fine, but we used Chimecho on the card originally, so yeah, we'll get rid of it. Feng Huang gets it, and 2 more levels still there. Okay, till that at the very least. Okay, so I mean, there's a little bit to do, but it's not that bad. But yeah, so now you can only move between these panels here from the one that you're currently on. So like if I did this one, I couldn't like go back and do this one if I did the one to the left here. I would have to move up, down, left, or right from the one I just picked. So yeah. Because of that, I think I'm going to go down because there's a whole bunch of question marks down there, so that should make this a little bit easier to do. I have to catch this, though. It's Jinx. I mean, I guess that's fine. Catching Jinx isn't terrible. It's not the best Pokemon for the card, because it still can't beat the things that Houndoom can't beat, but there are a few that it can beat, namely Exeggutor. So. Alright. And then we'll keep going. I might end up catching 4. It's fine. No big deal. I mean, we'll still get 3,000 Poke Coupons out of it, so, like, big deal. Alright, what is this thing? Let's find out. That is the Master Ball. Okay, so I have to catch this now, whatever this is, as well. Because I only have the 1 EP left. What is it? Slowbro. Okay, I mean, that's not bad, actually, because that's one that Houndoom couldn't, or Jinx couldn't beat either. So, yeah. That could work okay. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, it beats Solrock, which... Actually, it beats Lunatone. That's the main thing that it beats. And Claydol, which are things that Houndoom can't beat. So, I could use it if I knew where those 2 were. Is this just going to be EP plus 1? No, it's EP plus 2. Okay, that's actually kind of nice, because now I can give it to both of you, and then I've got some chances here, so... Okay. Let's complete a line, shall we? I think that's a good idea, because the one up there is EP plus 1, so then we can, like... Maybe we'll go in a big, like, circle around the board. Although I kind of have to, like, draw a path now, right? Like, I have to do the one above me and then clear the line that Jinx is on, then do the one above that and clear the line that Chimecho's on, then do the line above that and clear the final line. Because if I go in that corner there, I'm stuck. I can't move anymore. Because you can only move to an adjacent panel and all the adjacent panels are cleared. So you have to draw a line like that. So it's kind of... This is what I mean about this mode. That's why I like it so much, because it's thought-provoking, right? You really have to think about what you're doing, and you don't know where all the cards are, so it's really interesting. I like it. Hell, I would play this just as a full game, to be honest with you, like as a mobile game. Although, as a mobile game, it might not be a good idea because then they would make microtransactions in it. Like, hey, you lost all your lives for the day. Want to buy some more? No, fuck off. Love how they skip the shake animations because it gets because it's a master ball. Yeah, it helps a little bit. It saves a little time. So, at least Idvarus is cute, though you can't use him either. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, there's Xatu. We were looking for her, them. Still waiting for Persona 5 Tycoon Simulator. Yeah, that was the part of Persona 5 Royal that I wanted to play. I said, Cole, can you just like... He was playing Royal, and I said, can I just play Tycoon? Because that's the only part about it that I actually really want to play. He's like, no, you gotta beat the whole game to play Tycoon. I'm like, damn it. It's not actually, you don't have to beat the whole game to play Tycoon, but he wanted me to beat the whole game while playing Tycoon. And I still haven't done it yet, so. What can Xatu beat that the others can't? Like, Jinx can beat Claydol. Actually, Jinx can beat most of these. Like, what am I worried about at this point here? Starmie? Yeah, I'm kind of worried about Starmie. Is Starmie even on the card? I forget. I want to say there's a water... No, the water psychics are Slowking and Slowbro. So, I'm just going to KO the Xatu. I don't think we need it. So, but that's what I mean. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Thought-provoking. Really interesting. I don't know why nobody's covered this on YouTube. I can't find any goddamn one-panel mode videos on YouTube. It's ridiculous. It's like no one played this mode. Go back and do it. It's fun. So. Yeah, wow, Meanie, Tycoon. Yeah, Tycoon does look pretty fun, so I want to try it. Not Roller Coaster Tycoon P5 Edition. Tycoon in P5 is a card game, and it's kind of poker-esque. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's kind of like poker, but also kind of not, so yeah. It's pretty interesting. I would recommend looking it up, to be honest, because it's actually really kind of fun and pretty addicting, I think. So, just don't play Tycoon with Morgana or Anne, they will unleash your inner demons. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Luck be a lady tonight? That is not a lady, that is a Slowking. I don't think you can beat this one, Jinx. I mean, you take a neutral hit from Brick Break, but yeah, I think we get KO'd first. I'll try, but I don't think it's gonna work. I just love Slowking's skipping animation, though, when it's using a physical attack. It just skips towards you like, hey! It's pretty good. I like it. Alright, so this is probably going to be my catch then, right? Because, like, I can't beat it with any of my other... Well, I might be... Oh, okay, that actually might make it... Nope, never mind. It defrosted immediately. How come I get frosted up for 7 fucking turns and you can just defrost immediately twice? So... But yeah, so this is the wall. Now we have to beat this, and, I don't know. I mean, I guess I can have Houndoom try it. I have 2 mistakes, technically, so this is my second one. I don't know how much damage Brick Break will do, but I definitely think this is not safe. This is definitely way riskier than what you should be doing here. So... No, it's bad when you're screaming at Morgana. Yeah, because normally you don't scream at Morgana, considering your opinions on Morgana normally. I'd say it's not normal for you to scream at. Oh, okay, never mind. That's not as bad as I thought it was. I thought I was going to get, like, one-shotted by it, but I guess Slowking doesn't have that much physical attack, so... Yeah, the RNG giveth, the RNG taketh away. Pretty much. Kind of like a certain other card game with extra rules, where each card has specific values, and the higher the value, the stronger the card, with a few exceptions. Yeah, so it's kind of similar to, like, Hearts, basically, but... Which I guess is appropriate considering the game it's in, so... Alright, now here's the question. Do I go up? Because I have to catch something, or do I go to the right? Because if we go up, we can get to EP +1 and get a bingo, then we can come over and down, then over and up, and then over. I guess it doesn't matter which way I go. God, this is like the Oregon Trail, man. This is nuts. Well, I guess both the water psychics are out of the way now, so it's really just... If this is Exeggutor, I'll have to catch it, but... The 9 of Hearts has Morgana on it. It's adorable. That is pretty cute, actually. No, you know what? I'm going to go with my original plan. No, I don't want to quit playing this card. I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to get cucked because of this, but... Or wait, no, because I... Well, no, I have to catch this, so it's fine. I can do this. Let's do this and see what it is. There's Giraffe Egg. It would have helped with, you know, Slowbro and Slowking and Zatsu. But, I mean, it still might be okay for maybe something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Doesn't matter. But like I said, this mode is interesting. It's thought-provoking because they shuffle everything around, and you have to draw a full line, so... Now watch me get cucked because this is Claydol. Lunatone. Okay, I mean... I don't know. I might be able to take care of Lunatone with Girafarig. It's got Rock Slide, which is neutral. I've got Thunderbolt, which is neutral. I'm faster. So, we might be okay. It's 3-hit. It just depends on if Rock Slide is a 2-hit or not. It's Stab, so that's a little concerning. Alright, let's see. Okay. Okay, no, that's... might be okay. I'm just glad Girafarig gets some screen time. Again, it's a Pokemon that I really like that I don't really get to use very often, so... I'm just glad it's getting some screen time. Oof, living on the edge here. But that's okay. Alright, we can distribute one of the EPs out now. And Girafarig probably isn't going to get a whole lot of them because most of the things that it can KO are already taken care of, so... I'm concerned about Exeggutor. But I guess Houndoom takes care of Exeggutor, really. Really, the only thing that's left that I would have a problem with right now is going to be... oh, actually, I don't know if I can do it when I just did what I just did, because I don't know if I can finish the line now. Because I only have 2 EP and I have 3 lines to go. Well, this will be interesting. I'm going to give it to Houndoom because he's got the most good stuff out of anybody. So, let's see what we've got. Solrock. Okay, well, Houndoom can take care of that. But yeah, I think what's going to happen here is basically I'm going to have to go up because I only have 1 EP left. Girafarig is going to probably get cucked because it's going to be Claydol. But even if we complete a line, I'm not going to be able to go anywhere because if I go to that corner, I'm going to get stuck. And if I don't go to that corner, I'm still going to get stuck. I think that's how it works, but we'll see. Yeah, I should have gone up instead of right, I think, because, well, I mean, it depends because, well, no, because the EP would have made it a little easier, but, I mean, it's okay. It's no big deal. So, well, let's make a line anyway, as long as this isn't Claydol. Yeah, I should have gone up. Okay, it's Metagross. I can deal with Metagross. You have a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon that you've never used. Time for a Gen 2 only playthrough. But, nice crit. That'll help Girafarig. Taken into that pseudo-legendary. You'd go. I didn't see if it was a guy or a girl, but... You go, them. I know them is like the gender-neutral term instead of like he or she, but in the case of like, if you're saying you go guy or you go girl, what do you say that's gender-neutral in that situation? I don't actually know, and that's kind of concerning. So... Yeah, I would have gotten an extra EP from the question mark panel, which is probably why I wanted to go that way in the first place, so I probably should have just listened to my brain. Oh well. So what do we have left? Exeggutor, Grumpig, Medicham. Oh, Medicham is left. Oh, what can beat Medicham here? Well, I guess Slowbro can beat Medicham. Medicham's a little concerning. Grumpig, Medicham, Exeggutor, and one other thing. So, yeah, your instincts were right. Oh, so you'd say Zur. Okay, so that's what it was. That was what your instincts were for. Okay. I'm gonna give it to Houndoom. Houndoom still has, like, the best... It's the only thing that it can't kill is Medicham, so this is gonna be Medicham, right? Oh, it's Claydol. Okay. Well, I don't think I can kill that either, to be honest, but I gave it my best shot, so... Okay, so you'd say you go Zur. Gotcha. That makes sense. But that demonstrates one panel for you. Like I said, it's a really interesting mode, and combined with the shuffling that it does every time you clear a board, I think it's a really cool little puzzle to kind of waste your money on. So, like, if you have nothing better to do in the end game, like if you've already beat Ore Coliseum, if you've already beat all of Mount Battle, this, I think, is a fun little challenge because it's randomizes some things and it makes it a little tricky. Would you like to play this card again? No, I think that's a good demonstration, and we still have a lot to do, so I'm gonna say it's fine. No, it's okay. Like I said, I like the mode. It's too bad that I have to delete this save data in order to play the next GameCube game that we're going to play. Because I would play that mode, like, not even, like, unironically, I would play that mode and just leave a save file there to play it, so. Maybe I'll get an emulator, because I don't have Dolphin on my computer just yet. I don't know if my computer can even run Dolphin, but if I ever got a Dolphin emulator, since I own the disc, it's technically, I think, still legal for me to have a ROM of this game, so then maybe I can play through it again and then do one panel that way. I don't know. But anyway, we have to purify a whole bunch of Shadow Pokemon, so let's go to the lab to do that first. And then we'll go to A-Gate and we'll purify the last one. We gotta go... After that, we gotta go to Pyrite Town, and then I think I have to go back to the Key Layer, if I remember right. And then we'll go to Gateon Port, and that'll be it. After we get to Citadark, so... Excuse me. Is only XD on your memory card. Yes, that's the only thing I can have on the memory card, because the memory card that I have that actually still works for the GameCube is 60 blocks of memory, and Pokemon XD takes up 59. So I can't play anything else. Like, I can... I'm lucky that I can actually even get to the well, if the GameCube startup screen was there, the one with the cube on the screen, I'd be lucky to even get to that, so... What does Aiden say now that I've caught all of them? Yep. That's the hope, so... I'm glad that you were able to help, too. The snag machine came in pretty handy. Almost time to retire it, though. I don't even think I need to heal, but... Yeah, it's only 60 blocks. They started in 120. I think they did, but I think the one that I have is a knockoff, which I'm kind of surprised that the knockoff, because I have an official one that's like 128, but it doesn't work anymore. It gets corrupted like every couple of times you plug it in. This one is a knockoff version that's only 60 blocks, but it still works even though I've had it for like 10 years, so I don't understand how that works. But anyway, I already slotted all these Pokemon in here, so let's purify them. Everything except the Dragonite's in here, so... And then we'll put Salamence away, we'll take Dragonite to A-Gate Village, we'll purify it, then we'll put Dragonite away and get Salamence back out, and we'll go from there. Yours was 250. Yeah, I think you got one of the higher end. I think the officially licensed ones ended up going up to like 256 or something. I'm not 100% sure, but sounds about right. Ooh, Tauros got Earthquake. That's not bad. That's good coverage for it. Got Refresh. So this would probably be a good contender for the Ore Coliseum there if you want to use one of the ones from in-game. Because, yeah, I mean, it even gets Body Slam, so you can teach that to something else. So that's pretty good. I don't know what else you'd use as a coverage move for it, but there you go. Could EV train it up, and it'd probably be pretty okay. Alright, next one. Manectric. And I think if I remember right, I have the 3 legendary birds as the last ones in this one, so... Speaking of Manectric, you may recall that I mentioned to keep in mind Manectric and Swellow from Eldez and Ardos's teams. Keep them in mind, because when we do the secret ending... Well, before we get to the secret ending, when we do the final boss again... You'll know why I said to keep them in mind, basically. So, alright, so it's a Rain Dance user. Got Rain Dance and Thunder, along with, I think, Refresh was the other one. It's not bad, I guess. Manectric's one of those that I haven't used in a while, either. I used it on my first Gen 3 playthrough, and I think I have used it on another Gen 3 playthrough since, but I haven't really gotten to use it in more modern generations. So... I don't know, though. Depending on how bad off I feel when I get my wisdom teeth removed, I may not even want to leave my bed. So maybe I should, like, plug in a Pokemon game on my 3DS and play that. It's not a bad idea. It is fully charged up because I was expecting us to lose power from the windstorm, so maybe I'll keep that in mind. Play through a whole Pokemon game in the first couple of weeks while I'm off. I don't know if Stardew Valley will let me... do that, though, because the pull to play that game is just too strong. Usually, though, that fades out a little bit once I get set up. And at this point, I think I'm pretty well set up. Like, I'm in the middle of the first summer in the game at this point, and I've made, like, 150 grand. So, I have all my buildings up. I just need to upgrade them at this point. So... I think I'm pretty well set up in the game. I don't know. I mean, probably if I was actually growing crops, I'd be in even better shape, but I'm not really growing crops yet because I want to save that until, like, I have sprinklers, so I don't have to water them myself. So, automate that system. You still have Etrian Odyssey 5 on your 3DS. Nice. Close to the end of the 4th stratum, so almost 80% done with the main game. Okay. Well, you've always got that file to go back to beat if you ever need something to do. Power goes out or something like that, so... There's a post-game stratum and post-game bosses to fight. Okay, gotcha. So still a little bit to do, but that's not too bad. Gives you something, you know, to look back to do when you feel like picking the game up again. All right, on Gut Helping Hand. Not that that would really work very well. I mean, it would work for Surf, but for Earthquake, it's iffy. It gets Earthquake itself, so that's not bad. All right, next one I think is Executor, and then it's the 3 legendary birds. Yep, okay. Some of those bosses freak you out because they are really puzzle bosses. Oh boy. Like the Plant Girl boss. Oh boy. Plant Girl boss. Sounds like fun. Question mark? Alright. So, Executor gets Psychic back. Again, these are nice. These movesets that they get are not too bad. But you can't really use them in the main game because you don't get them until the final battle, so... I mean, I guess Hypnosis isn't that great. Ancient Power's not bad, though. Kind of interesting for an Executor to have. Apparently there were a lot of mixed attackers in Gen 3. Who knew? So. No, it's not. People describe it as lock down her healing skill or lose. It heals for more than she has on Expert. Expert has her highest HP value. Oh my lord. So you have to basically... It's not a kill her in one round thing. It's a make sure she can never heal thing. So, okay. Fair enough. There's a boss like that kind of in Nocturne, but you can't lock down healing skills in Nocturne, so you just have to kill it in one... Actually, I don't even think it's a boss. I think it's like a monster in a box. And I think there was one like that in Digital Devil Saga as well, if I remember correctly. I forget, but I think so. Did Moltres get Will-O-Wisp normally? I don't think it got it by level up in Gen 3, so that's not a bad move for it. I think the moves that these guys get are exclusive to the... I should say, exclusive to these legendary birds, because you can't breed them, obviously. For a little while, until move tutors came along. So. But yeah, I stuck the legendary birds in here, not in the order that they normally go in, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, but in the order that, if I recall correctly, we caught them in, which I think we did. And I think they all get extra sensory as well. Articuno gets Heal Bell. I think... so Moltres got Morning Sun, and then I don't remember what Zapdos gets as well, but, I mean, there you go. Oh, and Articuno even got some experience because of the Mirror Bee battle. That's cool. There's an illegal Moltres in Black and White, too. It has either Leer or Growl, can't remember. But it can't normally get those, huh? That's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever caught Moltres in Black and White 2. I've done most of Black and White 2, but usually with Gen 5, the post-game is what eludes me, so one day I'll go back and finish the post-game stuff in both of them. I'll try to do it for the stream as well, because, I mean, I'm okay with doing it for the stream for Black and White 2, because it's not as much of a level jump. Oh, Baton Pass, that's not bad, actually, for it. That's pretty good, because you get agility, so hey, I'll take it. And some good experience, because Zapdos killed a bunch of stuff in the Mirror Bee battle, so. Okay, so that's 82 out of 83. But yeah, I think in Black and White 1, we've talked about me doing the post-game in Black and White 1, even though there's a level jump, so I'll probably still do it on stream. Just for the hell of it, you know. Alright, so we'll put Salamence right there for now. And then off we'll go. Locking down her healing skill literally translates to, I hope you know how status ailments and the bind system work, which is good for you because you love ailment setups. So there you go. That should help a little bit then. Grinding in the stadiums for all eternity, yeah. Pretty much, yeah, so that way you can get up to level 65, so you stand a chance against... Because if I remember right, that's where it starts in the post-game in Black and White 1, is they're like, all of a sudden you go to Route... What is it, 11, I think? And then there's just like level 65 Pokemon there, and you're like, there's literally no in between. This is Mount Battle Area 7 all over again. Oh boy. I don't know, I think it would make for a neat puzzle, though, having such a distinct level disadvantage in the post game. I would literally be going back to this Pokemon Center every single battle to heal, but I think it'd be a neat puzzle to try to piece together in Black and White 1, because you don't have move tutors. You just got to rely on you, your Pokemon, the moves that they learn, and the TMs that you taught them, and see if that works out well enough, which will most likely end up making me set up a whole bunch. So like I'll just spam Home Claws or something and then hope that that works. Okay, so Poetic Engage. Let's purify the final Shadow Pokemon in this duology back where it all began at the Relic Stone. Dragonite, here you go. Now, this Dragonite would be an absolute beast if it got either Dragon Claw or Aerial Ace, preferably Dragon Claw by purifying, but I don't think it gets either, if I remember right. It gets Hyper Beam, but it does get Earthquake. That's the main thing, is it gets a coverage move. It gets Earthquake back, and that's really nice for it, so. And it even gets Dragon Dance, which is exactly what you want on a Dragonite, so then you don't gotta bother with, like, you know, getting it that by breeding it, so. But it gets Earthquake, that's the point, and I wanted that for Salamence, but I couldn't get 2 Earthquake TMs, so, you know. You feel like the bind system in Etrian Odyssey needs more attention, not more love. Binds literally prevent actions that use the body part that you bind. See, that's pretty interesting, actually. You don't see that in a lot of RPGs. But then again, Etrian Odyssey has a lot of those little things where it's like, you don't see this sort of stuff in other RPGs because they do a lot of like more nuanced stuff than other RPGs, I think, when it comes to, especially the ailment system. So, excuse me. Alright, so let's stick Dragonite right there. And we'll take a look at our collection. So here's the first box. Here's the second box. The other ones are in the Purified Chamber. We'll look at that too. So that, and that. So there's all the Pokemon that we own. Again, the past 3 Pokemon games that I've played is probably going to be the most Pokemon that I will actually catch in any of these Pokemon playthroughs. Because most of the time, if I'm not playing these games, like this game, Coliseum and Let's Go, actually gave me an incentive to catch things. Most of the time, if I'm playing, the incentive of, oh, you'll complete the Pokedex, isn't enough to make me want to catch things. And usually that means I just end up catching a few things for HM slaves, and then the rest are just my team and my temporary team members. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, little things that I found. The first thing that I found is actually back in Pyrite Town. The other thing is in Gateon Port, so we'll go and see that in just a moment. But the first thing I noticed was in Pyrite Town, because as you may recall, I do my walking here when I needed. I can say it in past tense now because I never have to do it again. But when I needed to walk around in order to purify things, I would basically start here and do a full circle from here all the way to ONBS on this side of the screen. Hug the wall closest to the right side, and then walk around and hug the wall on the left side, come all the way back down around past Fatine's house here, and go close to the exit and then stop. And that makes this a pretty convenient checkpoint, the police station, because there's a PC right in here. But when I came in here, I realized that the sheriff is gone. Shirliz is not here. And I was like, wait a minute, where did he go? So then I actually saved, and I was like, I'm gonna go take a look and find him. But if I recall correctly, yeah. So we didn't get this earlier in the game. It actually happens earlier, I think after the ONBS takeover. But basically, Officer Johnson lets a couple of people out of the jail cells, probably by accident, and the chief, as punishment, sticks him in this jail cell and then fucks off and leaves, and he never lets him out. And I don't think we can get the key, if I recall correctly, because there's no jail key in this one. But yeah, so a prisoner escaped, and now Johnson's stuck in jail just like every other prisoner. And Shirliz is not here, and he will never come back here, so Johnson is stuck in jail forever. Where is Shirliz? Let's go find out. Actually, I think if I remember right, I know, because I went and looked. So, unless he, like, moves, which I don't think he does, he should be right here at the key layer. Yep, there he is. Hold on. Let me just read chat and then we'll go look. This is funny because a headbind prevents the use of antlers, headbutts, your voice, Oh, and enemies and your own team kind of gain immunity to status ailments and binds as they get inflicted with them. Meaning you can't use the same status and binds forever. Yes, because they gain, like, passive resistance. Okay, gotcha. It's a real thing, you think? At least that's what happens in the Three Musketeers. Probably. It's probably some sort of a reference that I don't get because I'm not educated enough. Oh, Marcia and Cameron are here, too. Okay, cool. What are you guys doing here? Ah, okay. I don't know, but it wasn't exactly pretty. Thankfully, we stopped them, so... Apparently so. Yeah, make sure it's set up so Shirley's can, you know, be on camera. What's up there, Chief? Oh, yeah, there were a couple of production line guys that were still here. I don't know if they're still here or not, but... Oh, there you go. I don't know where the peons that were in there that we fought are, though, but... Yeah, I figured I'd just show you that because it seemed like a neat little trivia thing that I didn't really see too many people looking into, so... The other one is the one that everybody looks into, which is the one that's actually at Gadeon Port over here, so we're going to go back there right now. I think if I remember right, you can even challenge Chobin again if you go back here to Kamenko's house, but I'm on a tight budget of time right now, so I'm just going to... just going to go here. We won't get this done in 3 hours, but it'll be damn close, so... Now, before I go do the last battle, what do my supplies look like? I mean, I have a Sacred Ash, so that's all I need, I guess. I'll put that white herb away before we go, actually. Oh, no, I can put it away when we get there, so it's fine. But who do I want to send out first? Probably Quagsire. I know what his first two are going to be, if I remember right. So, and then... I guess you can work. We'll have Agron and Quagsire go first. And then we'll switch around after that. Alright. Off we go to Citadark Isle for the final time. And like I said, my headcanon here, what the game actually does is it quote-unquote rewinds the events of the game to before the final boss. But that's not actually true because you've caught all the Shadow Pokemon, so it technically doesn't rewind anything. So my headcanon here, again, is that this is basically house arrest, and anyone that's still here is basically being told you have to stay on this island and so that we can process all of you into the system, because they're basically making like a mass incarceration event. So it's going to take time to process all of these criminals, you know. So that's why they're doing this. And that means that Greevil is basically staying here awaiting trial. And, well, when we beat the game, his mind was a little gone, because his own children had to help him up and tell him everything that he then repeated. So he's still here, just kicking around. You wish more ailment systems worked like Etrian Odyssey? You can poison this thing, but you can't spam it, but you don't know how long the poison will last, and if you inflict another ailment, it'll overwrite the poison. Yeah, that is pretty interesting, actually. It really makes you think and strategize with your status ailments, then, and so that makes them a vital part of the battle, because you have to think and strategize with them so much. Yeah, can't keep up an ailment and bind shenanigans forever, because it means ailment teams are on a stricter timer, so you have to play around with what to inflict and when, and RNG might not be in your favor. There you go. It was a Persona 5 regret moment, yeah, basically. His heart has been changed, so now his mind is gone, and he's going to have to repent for it, but he's not quite incarcerated yet. He's right there. You can see him on the big screen. He's waiting for you. If you go fight him, he will basically repeat the same lines that he said when he finished this up, though. He'll basically say, "No, we're going to celebrate my plan working." And then he has to be gently reminded, "Grandpa, your plan didn't work. We have to go home now. They're ready to arrest us now." All right, but let's save it here. So yeah, we've captured all the Shadow Pokemon. We've purified all the Shadow Pokemon. And that should trigger the secret ending when we fight him. But I wanted to make sure that my Pokemon stay level 50, not just because of the battle that Steve and I had yesterday, but also because his Pokemon are all level 50. And most of the time when people do this, they've already done literally everything else in the game, so they're like way over leveled and they just destroy him. This battle will actually be a little more interesting because I'm at the same level, so it won't be that hard, but it'll be harder than you normally see it being. Yeah, the success. More like mass failure. I mean, Lugia isn't here, Master Greevil. Your mind is that gone? I mean, yes, it is, but, you know. Okay, let's see what you've got with your normal team. And he closed the gates again. That's cool, I guess. But yes, any of his shadow Pokemon that you caught will be replaced by his regular team. Remember how I told you to think about how Eldez had a Manectric and Ardos had a Swellow? Here's a Manectric and Swellow on their father's team. And that to me is really interesting because what's the relationship there, right? Like, they have their own Manectric and Swellow. He's got a Manectric and Swellow. Is it another father-son situation where were the offspring of these two, Manectric and Swellow, turned into shadow Pokemon, or are they siblings that they turned into shadow Pokemon? Really interesting. There is no correct answer, but it's really interesting stuff nonetheless. At least I think so, anyway. I'm going to Earthquake and Protect, and then I'll probably call Aggron to get its accuracy up so I can Rock Tomb the Swellow, and we'll go from there. But yeah, really interesting how they do that sort of as a callback to, hey, here's what Eldez and Ardos had. And it's not the only callback in this battle either, as you'll see once he throws out a few more of his Pokemon. He has a few that are just original to him, but there's a few more that are callbacks to other people in the organization. People that apparently he liked a lot better than some of them. Corrigan! So, we'll see. You still love the Dark Hunter class in Etrian Odyssey, specifically the Whip Dark Hunter. Ooh, whips are a weapon in that game? That's kind of cool. There's another one, Starmie. Who had a Starmie? I distinctly recall a certain Snaddle, a certain Governor of Ore, having a Starmie. I'm going to get Gardevoir in here, and we'll go from there. I guess Quagsire just Ice Beam the Swellow, since I'm mostly sending in Gardevoir for the purpose of KOing the Starmie. So, I just don't want to get, like, Water Pulsed or some stupid shit. Whips are kind of weird in EO. Not everyone can use them. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, explain the whole thing. Ideally, it'll be more complicated than it was in Final Fantasy IV, where it's just like, you can only use this if you're a woman. What are you hinting at, guys? What are you trying to say? Oh, boy. Anyway, let's see if this KOs a Swellow. I mean, probably not because we're both level 50, but it might do a little bit. Okay, it KO'd it because it doesn't have any defense. Yeah, forgot about that. The only class that makes good use of it is Dark Hunter. Yeah, don't even go there, yeah. There you go. Alright, so I'm at -1 accuracy with Gardevoir, so that might be a little bit problematic with getting my Thunderbolt to hit, but, you know, it's there. We'll make it work, I guess. Starmie hit Quagsire last turn for 70, and I definitely want Quagsire out of here, so... I mean, I guess I could switch Breloom in, but not on Quagsire. I would probably want to have Aggron come in and protect, because it'll absorb the Psychic, not well, but it'll absorb it well enough, and then I can start KOing, you know, if Thunderbolt hits, I can KO the Starmie this turn. If not, I can protect and then KO it next turn. And if I miss both my Thunderbolts, we're just back in Battle CD hell again. So, that would be my life, though, normally. Alright, good. Good. That's 3 down. Golden Sun 1. There's one girl on your team, and obviously only she can equip the China Dress item. The fucked up part is it's actually decent for the time you can give it to her, and you can use it to lower enemy attack. Oh, that's not bad. Sounds like a pretty good item. You will have the P5 regret music ready in advance this time. Okay, good. That'll help. Oh, look, an Altaria. Guess who had that one? A certain head scientist of his? Yeah, apparently he really was fond, actually genuinely fond of Snaddle and Lavrina. And not Gorgon at all. So. See, I want to switch into Salamence here, but I'm afraid that the Altaria will start Dragon Dancing, which might be a little bit of a problem, to be honest. I think a bunch of his Pokemon have Earthquake, if I recall correctly, which might make Aggron not so good for this part. I do need to get Gardevoir out of here, though. Ah, what the hell, I'm going to switch Salamence in anyway. Get the Intimidate off. And then, let's see, Aggron. I'll switch in Breloom, why not? We'll just do a full switch, it's fine. I'll get Breloom to Brick Break the, what's it called? Altaria will Aerial Ace me before I can do it, and I'll faint, but that's okay. Figure it out. Damn, that's cold. Manu, you say this like you remember any of these people. Yeah, so his references are to 4 out of his 5 administrators. Lavrina had an Altaria. Snaddle had a Starmie. Eldez had a Manectric, and that was one of his sons, so that's interesting. And Ardos had a Swellow, so that's also interesting because that was his other son. So, yeah. I don't know. I find it interesting because it's like, what's the relationship between the Pokemon here? And is this specifically because he doesn't like Gorgon? Like, he gives Gorgon 2 chances and Gorgon messes it up both times, obviously, because it's Gorgon, but, you know. Do we just Dragon Claw here? I don't feel like an Altaria can KO me at -1 attack, even if it uses Dragon Claw and it's super effective, so I'm just going to DD in his face. Why not? And I'll be faster than the incoming final Pokemon that he has at the very least. Not that I can KO it with Salamence, but, you know, it's there. You only remember Gorgon, if anything, because he reminds you of Gordy in Sword and Shield. Okay, gotcha. I think I can... If I remember who Gordy was, I can probably see the resemblance. Don't remember the old-looking dude with the pink-haired brat. Remember them now, but you were like, who are these people? Yeah. It's okay. I remembered them for you, so to speak. He did jeopardize the whole operation, that's true. So he had good reason to be like, Gorgon, you're an idiot, get out of here. But, yeah. Alright, so I guess Flareon isn't really going to do a whole lot in this battle now, is it? Because, you know, Earthquake. So, let's bring Gardevoir in, because I can Thunderbolt it. And then I can... I love how I Dragon Danced, and I don't even get to use it, really, because none of his things are going to actually be weak to Aerial Ace after this point. None of them were, to be fair, but, you know. Get him, Salamence! Be the only thing that you KO this run once I KO it next turn. Alright, Aerial Ace is fine. Actually, they're probably doubling up on Gardevoir, aren't they? Which means I'll be under a little bit of pressure, but Dragon Breath. Well, I'll use a full Restore next turn, so it's fine. Oh, okay. I didn't even get paralyzed. Perfect. Easy, easy. Thunderbolt the Aerodactyl, and let's get ready to go home. It might even KO it. I don't think it will, but it might, so... Nice. I could have used that crit first turn Salamence, but you know what? It's fine. Battle isn't that hard. Laverina fucked up early on, though. She lost Crane to a child, but everyone lost to a child, so I feel like you can't hold that against her. She's probably the daughter he never had, so she got a pass. Damn, that's cold. Yeah, Greevil had some preferences, I think. Just judging by his team and by what he gives to everybody else, it seems like he had preferences for certain people and not for other people, aka Gorgon and all of his peons, because he was like, nope, I guess we're just gonna blow them up. And then Ardos, who was completely cold and calculating, said, no, we're going to blow them all up, including the ones you like, except for me and Eldez, because we'll escape. But, yeah. I don't know. I find it interesting. There is no correct answer for this stuff, but I find it interesting to think about, so, yeah. Hell, I'm just glad Salamence got a kill before we got this all finished. The reason why I used it, by the way, rather than, say, like Crobat or Swellow, is because I said, you know what? Mikey was being given a Salamence in the sim battle at the beginning of the game. And, by the way, this all plays out exactly the same, so that's why I'm going to talk over it like nothing's happening. But he was given a Salamence in the first simulation at the beginning of the game, and he was shown the raw power that Salamence has as a pseudo-legendary. Excuse me. And then if you did the battle CD that has that Salamence with no attacking moves in it, he would be basically being taunted. It's like, here's your pseudo-legendary, you can use it, but it's not good, you actually have to kill it yourself. So at this point, I mean, Mikey is a teenager, but still, as a teenager, he like, no, man, that's a badass metal as fuck dragon. I want it, I want to use it. It's awesome. So I figured, you know what? That serves two purposes. It serves the first purpose, which is, it's a Metal AF Dragon that a teenager would want to use, and he was taunted by it for the whole game, basically, because he uses it at first, and then you never see it again. And then, on top of that, it also serves the purpose of, hey, now I can use a bunch of other Shadow Pokemon to tank the Shadow Pokemon that I want to capture, aka, like, Arbok, and a few others that had Shadow Half and a few other things, so. Yeah, Ardos Red Chat. Gorgon just isn't good enough, pretty much. Interesting theory also, I think, that came out of this game way back in the day. I don't think it's true, but if you look at Eldez and the way that he treats Mikey throughout the game, the internet made an implication, and I don't think this is true. I think this is to stretch a little bit, but the internet made a theory that said that Eldez is actually Mikey's long-lost father. Like, he disappeared and everyone assumed that he was dead, when in reality he just joined a shadow organization and became a completely anonymous, different person. I don't know. For me, I don't know that it holds up. I think the reason why Eldez treats Mikey so well is because he sees his younger self in him, you know? So it would make Grievel the grandpa, yeah, and that's why it doesn't really work for me, to be honest, because that would mean that I would shrink to his size afterwards, because that's usually how it works with families, is that sort of trait skips a generation, and then you end up inheriting it. Like, for example, I inherited my grandma's auburn flecks of hair. If my beard grows out long enough, you can see it turning red on the edges of it, so it's actually kind of cool. Thanks, Grandma. That's a really cool little thing, actually. But yeah, I don't know about that, about him being his father. I just think that he sees his younger self in him, a trainer that is able to have friends with his Pokemon and, you know, do his best and not have to worry about his job or the world being against him or anything like that. And he says, I want that life for myself again. And once he repents for what happens here at the end of the game, I think he can do that. So, will they go away to jail for the rest of their lives? I mean, they did kind of mess up everybody's life for several months, probably, so it depends on how penalizing the Ore region's criminal system is, but I don't know. Interesting thing about that lady over there in the Christmas colors, that girl with the skirt over there, that is a trainer class that we never saw. She does not exist in the game's files anywhere. I don't know why she's there. Maybe she's like a beta version of like the rich girl or something, like the lady class, but they kept the lady class as it looked from Coliseum, so I don't know. It's kind of dark. He left and became a terrorist. Yeah, that's why I'm not sure if it holds weight, to be honest, because why would he do that, you know, when he just helped out with that? Unless he was doing it on purpose, because he was like, well, I know my son will be able to inherit the machine that I helped create and will stop this nightmare. I just need to work from within the organization to stop that. Speaking of Dad, we've snagged and purified all of the shadow Pokemon. We inherited his legacy, Mikey, but don't worry. I think wherever your father is, he'd be proud. So yeah, that's the secret ending. Not a whole lot to it, but I think it's a nice little touch because they're like, well, you'll never need this again. So now we can finally retire the snag machine. And that's going to do it for Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, the Stream Edition. We finished up the post-game. I actually managed to get it done in approximately 3 hours, so that's not too bad. I expected to be here another 3.5 like yesterday, but we got it done. The only things I didn't do were the Ore Coliseum battles, which is 7 rounds, 4 battles per round of fully IV'd and fully EV-trained Pokemon with competitive movesets at level 60, which was a lot. If you beat round 1 of the Ore Coliseum, you can do the Lucky Egg side quest, which allows you to get a Lucky Egg by doing a bunch of busy work around the Ore region with a bunch of Pokemon. It's another one of Kamenko's wacky inventions, and it's kind of an interesting quest, so that's probably the thing that I missed the most out of all the stuff I didn't do, is that quest. It's a lot of busy work, but it's interesting because Kamenko does some stupid wacky science shenanigans, so. And the other thing I didn't do was areas 7 through 10 of Mount Battle, because those would have required me to get to a much higher level than level 50, and I would have been over-leveled as fuck for battling Greevil. I don't think I'm going to do them. I originally said, well, maybe if it coincides correctly with my my teeth getting removed, that I would come back and basically say, yeah, I trained my Pokemon up to level 65 so we can beat that rest of Mount Battle. But to be honest, it's going to be a new year. I think I'd rather just play a fresh new game, get a fresh start the year off right, you know, so I think we'll do that. And I did beat all of Mount Battle and Coliseum anyway. As a contingency plan back then, I said, well, what if I decide I don't want to do it in XD? I'll just beat all of it in Coliseum so we can technically say we did beat Mount Battle at some point. So there you go. You can turn off the regret now. Yeah, you'd think he'd know who that is. Also, they nearly blew up an island. Yeah, there's that. So have expected him to destroy it. Well, if it wasn't his father's legacy, he might, because then nobody could use it for evil purposes ever again. But, you know. It's actually pretty solid for a bonus scene. You snagged everything. Time to take off the bionic arm. And now Mikey can be a normal child again, which is kind of nice. He deserves it. He's been through hell and back to get to this point. And now he has a whole bunch of Pokemon to work with. So maybe he'll become the best trainer ever. But I think that's going to do it. as I said, for this game, and that's going to do it for really... I kind of separated these Pokemon games into 2 timelines in my head, and Let's Go, Pikachu, Coliseum, and XD are kind of in one timeline, the one where I catch things. And then the other Pokemon games that I'm going to play are going to be in the other timeline where I don't catch things. Because we have to go back to the beginning for the next Pokemon game. We'll probably be playing Pokemon Yellow as the next one, but that won't be for a while yet. I need to take a little bit of a breather from these Pokemon games because we played 3 of them this year for the 25th anniversary. But we'll see how it all goes. I don't know yet. The future is uncertain, and that's okay. Because we'll take it one step at a time, as we always do on the next episode of whatever I decide to stream during the new year. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but it will be fun. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I hope you've enjoyed Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, the stream edition. I've enjoyed it quite a bit myself, so hopefully you did as well. And I will see all of you in the new year with 4 less teeth in my mouth and hopefully a lot less pain than I will be feeling on Thursday afternoon, because it's going to suck. That's all I know. So, until I see you in the new year or wherever I see you next around the internet, take care and have a good one. You catch casually, probably catch more than most people. You're at 70 in Shining Pearl. You need 0 of them, but you caught them anyway. Yeah. See, what I like to do when I'm catching stuff is I like catch and release, right? So, like, I'll catch it for Pokedex sake, but I feel bad keeping it when I'm not going to use it, so unless I actually use it for something, I'll release it back into the wild. Maybe I'll do that in the other timeline, because I'll be able to afford to do that in the other timeline, because I'm not going to need them for anything. So I'll just catch it for Pokedex reasons, maybe keep it for a little bit so the professor can analyze the Pokemon and then release it back into the wild, so I don't know. You only catch your team members in the box legendary. Yeah, that's usually about how I do it, so... Caught a Smoochum. Decided to use it anyways. You have a team of 20. Might as well, right? Have a team of 20 fight me. That's okay. Cynthia will do enough of that, I'm sure, once you get to the... I don't know. Did you beat the game, though, didn't you? So I guess she already did that, and it didn't work. Okay, anyway. I got to get out of here because I need to use the restroom, so... Take care, everybody. I'll see you in the new year. Oh, yeah, she has rematches. Yeah, I forgot about that. That can certainly be a bit of a thing. Good luck.